right, I got a green light. We got signal.
So we're on the far houses. Yep, I have everything updated.
Do you have the teams on there?
Yep.
And the scoreboards?
I don't have a scoreboard for you. You want me to set up a scoreboard?
If you don't mind.
What do you want? What sheet are you going to cover?
B and C.
Yeah, but I mean, all right, you want me to set up 2 scoreboards for you?
If you don't mind. If it's easy.
Okay, that would be tricky for you because you're going to have to go through a lot of...
Oh, no, just do, I don't know.
What's your featured game going to be?
Well, we got a nutmeg team on sheet C.
You want to do the sheet C?
Is that a nutmeg team also?
No, that's Andrew's
Yeah, leave it on sheet C for the scoreboard then.
Okay, so
that'll be the featured game.
Colors are assigned, so it's Zaken will be red.
Yes, Zaken's red. And Rimkus is yellow.
This is yellow. It's the first end. Score is nothing. So if you want to leave that in the corner, you sort of...
And how do I actually change the scoreboard?
I'll leave it on live. Well, if you don't know how to do that, we should probably just not have the scoreboard up. But, so, I have this scoreboard up, this corner scoreboard up.
Okay.
And the way you play with it is, so you close out of this, but every time you want to change it, just right-click on this. So normally we'll keep it on the camera view, so you can look around the camera. You can go to scoreboards, corner scoreboard, right-click, you get this title editor, and there's the team names you don't need to change, but you can change the end, you can change the red score, and you can change the yellow score.
Oh, okay.
And these things. And just make sure it says live down there so that it'll actually change. I can leave this tab open. And in fact, I can just minimize it so that way you can pop it up.
Okay.
You see that?
And it says
right
score.
Title editor. It's down there, title editor.
Okay.
And you pop it up, and then you can change the end. All you got to change is the end, the red score, and the yellow score when you feel like.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Scott.
How's it going?
Good.
And Craig, Happy New Year.
Hello. Happy New Year.
There's a broken bone every
Okay.
So
you want to?
No, you can take over. I'm gonna just
All
leave
right.
this here for you. So.
Sheet A, we have Zaken against Rimkus from Nutmeg and Broomstones. Team Zaken is Mark Zaken, Ellie Bockley, Carl Bockley, and Ronna Zaken. And Team Rimkus is Henrikus Rimkus, Nicole Aaron, Nerhus Tamudis, and Abby Stender. And it looks like Zaken does not have, so Rimkus has the, I take that back. Mark Zaken has the hammer in the first hand on sheet C.
And you know how to play around with the cameras, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how to switch between them. And then, like I said, I left this down here for you to pull up the end, the red score, yellow, whenever you want to change them. So it's down, you just have to click that.
I should be able to do that. All right, over on sheet B, we have Broomstone's Nutmeg team, a combined team with Andy Hancock skipping, Lauren Bostic, vice, Carl Spiegelville second, and Lauren Richards, and then an alternate, John Corelli. Okay, and they are playing against Team Plainfield, or Plainfield team with skip Mark Mooney, vice Patty Hefner, second Don Arsenault, and lead Linda Pesci. That is on sheet B. And it looks like yellow, which is Broomstone's Nutmeg team, Andy Hancock, looks like they have the hammer.
Absolutely. Great.
Yes.
So just when you're done, the way to turn it off is you click stream and then stop streaming. You know,
yes.
You say yes, obviously. But
right.
Yeah, for now it's running, so you should be all
okay.
Good to go.
Do you recommend, I mean, I like this view. Do you recommend showing people coming out of the house or not? Is it worth it?
If it's hard for you to like...
I don't mind doing it. It's kind of fun.
If you're not comfortable going around, I do that sometimes. Just make sure
yeah.
you know what you're doing. You know,
yeah. You just upper right-handers
yeah.
What's live.
Yes, this is live. This is your preview. So if you want to just cut back between them, you can just cut using any transitions. You can always on any camera.
You can always hit the quick play on any of those guys. Because sometimes it's actually nice to use the straight down camera to see rock positions.
Use that between shots quite a bit.
Yeah.
Near C, far C, obviously the ones you want to use.
Yep.
So. All right.
Okay.
You think you got this? And
I got it.
You don't have to turn off any of the equipment. Just turn off the stream when you're done.
Just the screen.
Just the stream.
Leave the computer on.
Yeah, everything else will stay on overnight.
That's fine.
Cool.
And good luck tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
I don't know. I might show up and is Jeff gonna do you guys in the morning? So I may show up, or I'll come in.
So you had a 7-foot snow drift over here?
Oh my, yeah, the back door was 7 to 8 foot. It was completely over the left door.
But it was all powder, right?
It was pretty powdery, but where it drifted, it actually packed down quite a bit.
Because it's still blowing out there.
Yeah, that's right. It's still being blown around. Okay, is Jack Miller still here? I was going to invite Jack to come over and be my color commentary.
Color.
That's right. Hey, Jack Miller, you want to be color commentary?
No thanks.
Okay. So Jack is enjoying his relaxation. So pretty clean sheet over on sheet C. Carl Bockley threw a takeout, but went just a little bit wide. Not a whole lot of curl on sheet C on the right side. In fact, a little bit of a fall to the wall. We have very, very new ice. We did a flood over the holidays, and then a bunch of scrapes. So we have pretty new ice. It's pretty, not too slow, not too fast, but not a whole lot of curl yet. Often the curl kind of builds in after over a few weeks as the pebble is built up, the base pebble. Big messy house over on sheet B. A whole bunch of guards actually out in front of the house, and looks like. Andy Hancock was trying to open it up there a little bit, which he did. All right, so Zaken looking at a Yellowstone, biting a 4-foot, and he's actually calling to take out the front guard. He's going to open it up, wants to leave it nice and open for his last shot. Stone's on its way, the sweepers are on it hard. They're going to get the front one. Oh, they got it. Actually, okay, that may have indeed been the called shot. But he did get the one that was counting on the 4-foot. So he'll take that. Actually, I'm guessing that was his plan B, to chip the front one out, but it took and take the back one if they were a little bit wide. Let's see, this is Zaken versus Rimkus. So Rimkus has one in biting the 12-foot.
Shopping was for tomorrow.
Okay. All right, I got some work to do for tomorrow here from Jack.
Oh no, I don't want a shopping list.
Sheet B. Andy's chipping the guards out. He got the front guard, probably hoping to get both guards, but he got one of them.
I have very modern.
Okay.
I think that's well. Except for
On sheet C, Rimkus's draw came up a little bit long. Ellie Bockley's lined up for the takeout. He's going to go for the hit and roll to go underneath the guard, probably.
yes.
Mainly concerned with making sure they get the hit here, but they'd like to be counting afterwards. Ellie's a little wide. The sweepers are off of it. They're waiting for it to curl. Here it comes. Oh, it may end up just being a peel. And that's indeed what they got. Yeah, that's actually not a terrible outcome, although he would have liked to have that stone counting. Early on, everybody is just feeling out the ice, trying to figure out how fast it is, how much curl there is. Rimkus throws on the way. The call was to draw under the guard. The sweepers are just gently sweeping. They think it's pretty good. Line looks good. It's all about the weight here. Looks like they're going to go for a guard. Coming in. If they get around it, they can bury it. And they just sneak around. It's not buried, though. It could be chipped out. Mark Zaken takes about 2 seconds to decide to go for the takeout. Over on sheet B, Andy's calling for the takeout on the front guard. He'd like to get it out of the way to give himself a nice open shot to the button. Oops, I take that. Yeah, he's got the hammer. All right, and here comes the takeout. It's a little bit light. Is it going to have enough? No, it chipped the yellow. Okay, but it hangs around on the left side, so it's not all bad. Yellow's counting 2, but Rimkus will take a couple seconds themselves and line up the takeout. He could be counting 3 after this, but Mark does have the hammer. And there's plenty of ways to get his point. The first in blank is rapidly disappearing from options.
So that's why we go to Ohio. To roll around in the mud. There are spots that
All right, over on sheet B. They were going for the draw, but they hit the guard. But they still got 2 messy guards up front. So, let's see, that's Mooney. Mooney has a nice wall out front, and he does have a draw around the right side. It's probably what he's going to call. That is what he's calling. All right. Rimkus goes for the take on Mark's counting stone and gets it, and is now counting 3. So a little bit of danger here early on for Mark. He does have the hammer, but it's always hard to figure out draw weight so early. But he immediately calls for the hit and roll. He wants to make sure that he'd like to hit and roll underneath the front guard, and he's also making sure that he counts them down, minimizes the damage that can be done. So Mooney looking like he's calling to bump back his red. I'm not sure. It depends on which handle they're calling. They're not expecting much curl, but I'm thinking he's going to go for the bump. Mark Zaken is about to deliver his shot. He's taking out the back yellow stone. You can see the brooms. Pretty straightforward shot. He'd love to get a little roll on this, but he definitely wants to get rid of the stone. All right, no sweeping. They think that the line is okay, or maybe a little wide. All right, I'm calling nose. So he's not going to bury. In fact, he's going to go out in the wings. He may go out. It's going to be close. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit wide. He spilled out. So Rimkus has a chance to put a little pressure on Mark early here if he puts one in behind his guard. But he's actually calling for the guard, which is fine, and force Mark to throw the open draw without much real, feel for the ice yet. So he just wants to make the draw hard. He's going to put one parallel to his stone up front. And that's what the call is for. Kind of splitting the front of the house, making the draws hard. Mark, if he pulls the shot off, Mark will have an open draw to the 8-foot for 1, but that's the best he could do. Since he only has 1 stone left, that certainly is the best he can do. All right, over on sheet B. Let's take a look at this here on sheet B. You can see we have a massive number of stones out in front of the house, totally cluttered up. He's actually calling for the run back of one of the yellows. Going to try to run one of his own yellow stones back. Let's go back to where we were before. There we go. And Rimkus' shot is on its way. Again, he's trying to draw in under. He's trying to actually put a guard up in the 12-foot, so a counting guard parallel to his one he's already got. Oh, and he's a little bit warm. They may have to try to bury this. He's definitely going to be near the center line, if not past it. Zaken is sweeping hard. He might want to leave that to sit on. No, he's trying to get rid of it. Okay. That's an interesting call on his part to sweep that back. So they got an open draw to the full 8-foot. That's what they need for their 1. Now the other shot is, well, if he hits the front one, I don't know if he's counting. So that's an interesting call, but that seems like what he's calling is to hit the front one and then just spill into the 8-foot. So he minimizes. He makes it so that the best they could get is 2 stones.
He's not trusting his draw weight.
Yeah, right, exactly. He doesn't know his draw weight yet. So he's going to minimize the damage and possibly get his 1. All he has to do is bump this back and skid to the left a little bit into the 8 foot. It's a certainly doable shot. All right, over on our totally busy sheet B, the skips without the hammer is about to throw. Let's see who's going to go first here. I'm going to stay with Mark Zaken's shot because he is ready to go. All right, Mark Zaken's shot is on the way. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. Oh, they're sweeping on it really hard early, though. They're a little nervous about it curling too much, and it will break towards the wall here. Well, he's got contact, but I think he's going to give up 1. I can't tell for sure. It's actually close. We could have an early measure here. The skips are going back, or the vices are going back and forth, checking it out. Nope, they pushed stones, so they made an agreement. They made a decision. We'll wait and see what the decision was. Now we're going to switch over to, well, we can see the house just fine. Again, this is the hammer, and there is 1 red stone in the far back right that looks like a biter. I can't tell for sure. Certainly looks like it's a biter, so yellow has to get 1 in here to keep from giving up 1 in the first in. So this is Andy Hancock. Okay, so all right, so here comes Andy. The stone is on its way. And they are actually sweeping really hard. They think it's going to curl too much. They got to hit just to the left side. Oh, they're going to try to go through the port. No, that didn't work. Okay, 1 red for Mooney. Okay, so, and on sheet C, red got 1. Okay, so Mark did score 1.
Scoreboard.
Yes, let's see here. We go down here to
No,
not that one.
Not that. It's below the screen.
Not that. There we go. We got Ed Simia here teaching me a little bit here.
Click no left click, just regular click.
Title editor.
Yeah, now you can update the end.
Okay.
What end are we in?
Red score. Oh wait. End. First in.
So, well, we're not in the first end anymore. You're going to want to update that to second, right?
Oh, got it. So do I just
You're going to have to actually,
type it in?
do some typing.
S-E space.
There you go. And then red scored 1.
Red score.
Right, and just change that to a 1.
Okay, 1.
And it's updated already on
And
the screen, as you can see. So just minimize that again. I
and,
wouldn't close it.
that guy. All right.
Easy.
All right, now over on sheet. Oh no,
We
I
only have
don't.
1 scoreboard on.
Okay. All right, so on sheet B, Mooney is up 1-0, and on sheet C, Zaken is up 1-0 after the first in. Sorry, I've only got 1 scoreboard up. I'm still learning about the scoreboard part of this. All right, Ellie and Carl are sweeping like demons. And, yep. So let's change our view here to the right one. There we go. So Mark actually has 2 biting guards, and they're just going to get rid of them. Over on sheet B, they're putting their stone in the house there. So Andy's stone is just biting the 12 foot. And Mooney has one in the back 12, a biter in the back 12. He's calling for a centerline guard to protect the middle and, maybe protect the... Oh, okay, and over on sheet A, or sheet C. Rimkus just chips out one of Mark's guards. He's trying to get rid of both of them. Mark immediately calls for a centerline guard. Wants to protect the middle. Oh, beautiful counting 8 foot right on the center line, which Andy does not like, so he immediately puts his broom down and calls for the peel. Actually, if he runs it just off a straight back, he can get rid of both of them. So he's probably going to try to hit this just off the nose. Sheet C, Mark is calling for another guard. It's coming down nicely. It may over curl a little bit for him. It's going to end up frozen on his stone or just kind of split him in. Yeah, he's going to get the freeze, which is not terrible. That protects the front quite a bit, but that does leave a double. So Rimkus immediately calls for the takeout. A little bit of back and forth on which side to hit. Goes for the center line. This will curl a little bit towards the wall, but not much. He's only giving it half a stone and broom. Pretty much guarantees getting one of them, unless that he throws it real light. Sheet B, going for the tap back. Slightly overdone. Andy's sweeping hard, trying to get rid of it, and he hangs around on the back. Okay, so the takeout was a little bit wide, and it jammed, the red stone jammed on the other red stone, and left Mark with a biting guard. And he's going to go ahead and try to start going in behind that. He calls for the draw behind. The call on sheet B is clearly the takeout from that broom. He'd like to hit that and then squirt underneath his own or split the house. With that broom, I'm guessing he wants to split the house. He's trying to hit on the right side of the stone to come across the face and put his yellow stone in on the other side of the house from his first one. Now he's gonna roll the other way, which is okay because it's gonna be counting. He's counting 2. Okay. Mark's call for another guard, bumped his own, split the house, leaves a possible, let's see, he's trying to hit and roll here. Yeah, so he's going to hit the left stone and roll in underneath Mark's guard. That's the call anyway. Stone's on its way. Over on sheet B, we have the mirror image of that shot. All right, the throw was a little wide, so he didn't get the roll, but he did get the take. Mark takes a few seconds to call his shot, which is the takeout on that yellow stone that just took his out. Over on sheet B, it's coming in. It's going to get the hit, but it's going to not have enough. May jam on the back red. Oh, and it does. So it just does a replacement on the back red. But Andy will quickly call, I believe, to get rid of that red stone. No, that's fine. He's going to draw underneath his own. Red stone is behind the tee line, so it's actually his friend. So he's just going to draw in behind his own yellow guard. Zaken calls for the takeout and gets it on sheet C. He would have liked to have rolled in, I think, but a little too much curl. Let's see.
No, that's ginger ale. Bourbon and ginger ale.
Oh, mixed together. Okay. It's all bourbon. Ginger ale on its way. Thank you. So yeah, there's 6 of them right now that have product out, and then there's like about a dozen more who are in the process.
So Rimkus threw and was trying to take Mark out and missed. So Mark is calling to put up another guard up in front. Just make it difficult for Rimkus to get to the button. Sweepers are on it hard. Now, okay, I take this back. He may have called for the promote, given the weight they gave it and the sweeping. So they're actually going to get possibly the split, which is just fine, but it's a little bit toasty, and it's going to be swept out the back after the bump. Basically a replacement on the guard. Rimkus goes out and checks it out. Can't tell whether it's a biter or not. The monitor says it's not a biter. You can take a look at that. Near C, we'll take a quick look, and you'll from the overhead can, you can see there's a little bit of white in front of that stone. Let's go ahead and go back to the longer angled view. A little bit easier to see as they come in. You see Curly and Hancock's team, they're coming in here. Looks like they're calling for the freeze on their back stone. Indeed they are, and it's nicely done. Nicely done. It's going to be hard. Now that leaves a pretty straight open shot to come down and freeze to that. But right now, it looks like it's yellow is counting too. All right, over on sheet C, got rid of one of Mark's stones. Mark is actually calling for he's looking for the double here. He wants to hit right between the two yellow stones and get rid of both of them. Again, just making it, minimizing the possible scoring opportunity. Team Mooney, I don't know how much it's curling. He could be calling a draw underneath the yellow guard, or he's calling a takeout. He's just trying to pop the yellows in the back. Looks like with the weight, they're definitely going to try to pop the yellows out. It's way up for being a draw. Here it comes, curling right down to him, and boom, there goes one yellow. Okay, both yellows are still in, but the red is counting and it has backing. So that's a pretty good result. Andy could chip that out, but it's a very delicate chip. Got a takeout coming down on sheet C. Again, Zaken trying to hit right between the two yellows. He gets one. And right now, let's take a look at the overhead here. And it looks like no stone is counting right now, but the yellow is very close. They're not sure. It is possible that that stone is counting, the yellow stone, because the camera angles are not perfect. And the parallax sometimes makes it so you can't tell whether the front edge of the stone is actually over the blue. So I'll leave that one to the vices to decide. So it looks like he went for the chip and ran back into the ones in the back. So yellow is indeed counting right now, but it's wide open. So this stone's life in the house should not be that long. Red wants to take them out and sit. So they've got backing. Or if they come across the face, they could slide underneath the guard. Okay. Rimkus is going to take Mark's stones out. Let's take a look at this from top view here. Watch as the stones come, as the shooter comes in. And we'll see he's actually trying to hit both of them. Boom, boom. Oh, unfortunately, he didn't come back enough. So all he did was bump Mark into the house. So Zaken is currently setting one for sure. The question is still whether or not the yellow one is counting. I mean, whether it's biting or not. It's obviously not counting the red ones. So Mark is looking like he's going to call for the bump back on his own stone. So Ellie and Mark are discussing their shot. Likewise, over on B, we got Hancock and Mooney. Or Hancock and his vice. Who's Andy's? Lauren Bostic. And they're discussing the options here. Actually, they are in pretty good shape. Counting one. It looks like they're calling for the guard on the counter in the back 4 foot. We'll go over here and watch Ellie's shot. Or Ellie's in the house. It's Mark's first shot. Oh, I take that back. It's Mark's second shot already. Yeah. So Mark is calling for the tap back on his red. He wants to put it on the top 4 foot or on the button. and have it be protected. It looks a little light to me, but what do I know? I'm in the warm room. The sweepers think it's got plenty. They're not touching it. It's got a curl, and I think they're right. Up there they go. Now they're pounding on it, and it's actually curling quite a bit. It's gonna. It almost it reversed handle. Okay, that was unfortunate. It may have picked something up. It was definitely a pick. It turned out fine. He's actually counting 2, but it clearly hit something. Ellie's questioning the laws of physics. Yeah. Ellie's not sure what happened to that stone. It but it turned out okay. Because Mark now has 2 guards. And he's leaving a challenging draw. He's only got to bite the 8-foot, so it's certainly a relatively straightforward shot for 1. Still early on. All right, over on sheet B, we are down to the skip's last stones without the hammer right now. Okay, do I get that right? Yes. So this is Mooney's last shot. He is trying to take out Andy's counter on the back 4-foot. Probably best to just nose this and leave it with backing. Maybe hit it slightly to the right of the nose. They're sweeping hard, and he's got the hit. Oh, and he took out the back. He took out the guards in the back. Yeah, that was actually a triple, although one of his was his own stone. But we'll give him the double. It does leave a wide open hit for 2 for Andy. So pretty straightforward. Oh, and on sheet C, they come up short. And Mark steals 2. So Zaken takes an early 3-0 lead. Let's see if I can remember how to update the scorecard. Okay, so the end is now the third end. Third. Oops. And red score is now 3. Okay, so Mark Zaken takes an early 3-0 lead. A bit of they just came up short on the last shot there. Had to draw the full 8 and barely made it. I think they might have been biting a 12 at best. Okay, let's go over here and let's see near B, and we're going to zoom in, watch from the top. Here comes Andy's shot. He wants to bump this out. Yep, there we go. So Andy gets 2. And that game is now Andy Hancock 2, and Mooney is 1. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, it must be a Broomstone person. Mark Mooney. Okay, it's Mark Mooney. All right. So Zaken's guard. Let's switch over to the right camera here. There we go. Zaken put up the guard, but it's biting, so they are maybe trying to take it out, but it doesn't have enough. They're just going for another guard, but it doesn't have nearly enough weight. Came up way short on that one. You can't even see them yet. I think it's going to be a hog. They're sweeping really hard. Oh, they got it. Okay, so they got a high corner guard. Not terrible. Over on sheet B, Andy's shot goes right to the buttons. We probably called to have top 4. Rana's second shot coming down the ice. They're sweeping it pretty hard. They want to get a tick here and split them. Oh, and they got the tick, but it didn't have enough, and it's going to go out the back. It was a little bit hot, so they were playing to do the split because it was so hot, and it just curled a tiny bit too much. So Rimkus immediately decides to capitalize on his nice corner guard. And he's calling to draw in underneath his corner guard. Stone's on its way. He's got a high guard, which you can see out there in the front of the house. Lines looks great, but I don't know if it has enough weight. Oh, yeah, it definitely has the weight. They were sweeping to keep it from hitting the guard, and it's actually maybe a little heavy. Nope, it's looking pretty good. Pretty decent. Nicely buried right on the tee line. Now, Mark thinks, no, Mark is actually going to, what is he calling here? Okay, he's calling to hit his own guard and to drive it into the yellow one. And he just wants to drive it down to it. Just wants to bump it. He's calling for like back 8 weight. Sheet B, takeout on its way. I take that back. It's he's just calling to split the house. I had the color wrong. Looking pretty decent. And he's perfectly split the house. 2 stones parallel to each other, almost perfect. Makes it hard for the double. Rana's shot, I mean not Rana's, but the second shot comes down. He gets the split. Yeah, so that was not terrible because the red on the left could easily be driven back into the yellow, which is now counting, and he's got a nice center guard out of it. So, and Rimkus does not like that center guard. Okay, I keep calling him Rimkus here. Let's find out what his first name is. Oh, it's Henrikus. I bet he goes by Henry, but I don't know. I'll just call him Rimkus. So his takeout is on its way. Well, the shot that he called is on its way by his second. Oh, Sean Main is coming to join us. Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh yeah, very much.
Let's see here.
Where's the button? Who's got the button?
Where is the button?
There
There it is. There it is. Nope.
Volume button. Here it is.
There. That's it.
Sorry, is it supposed to light up or something?
It should turn green. So hold it down. There you go. Up, and I hear you. Okay, so we got Sean Main, who won his first game handily earlier, on mic number 2.
Yes. Hi.
Okay. So the call was for a takeout on shade B. And we left a, I can't tell. Let's take an overhead. Let's far B. Let's take a look at that.
Ooh,
It looks
maybe.
like it's out, but again, the camera could lie, but it's, yeah. Okay, let's go back here to
Looks
our,
out from here, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, looks totally in. Yeah, we get difference of opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, from down here, yes.
Yeah, but
On
from the
sheet B.
overhead, it doesn't look in. All right, so lots of sweeping on sheet C. Looking like he's going to go for the hit and roll. They need to let it curl a little bit. This is a nice looking shot if he gets a little roll. And he does roll, but it's going to be half visible.
Not enough, not more, nah.
Yeah,
not
and
what you
Zaken,
wanted, though.
Now, Zaken, well, he was lining up to do the takeout, but now he's taking a second look. Yellow, Rimkus is counting 2. Mark's got a little bit of a pickle here.
He's looking at the run back.
Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward run back.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he can run it back and get rid of one and nestle up over to the other one. All right, so sheet B is also on its way, the straightforward open take on the top 8.
So
All right.
Staying with C.
Yeah, well, you
They're
can see
on
both
it.
of them. Here comes sheet B. They're on it. Yeah, they got it.
It's going to be too much, I think. Yeah, it's going to miss.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then Rana's stone just curled a tiny bit too much, and he just drove the red straight back. So Rimkus is still counting 2, and he's going to be guarding this up. He wants to... Actually, he's actually calling to split. He's calling for the split, which is fine, because he could be sitting 3. And if he just bumps it, that'll be fine also. So an aggressive early play, but he's down 3, so he's got to go for the points. Rimkus in a bit of a hole or in early ends. Stone's on its way. It looks a little wide. It's got to curl a bunch. Not a lot of curl back away from the wall
slow,
here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very slow.
It's pretty straight yeah, okay. And they're sweeping like crazy. I think he's going to get it there, but he's not going to do much. Oh no, it's going to be just short of the house.
Yep.
Not
So he's
a terrible house. It actually, Mark doesn't take long, and he calls for the same shot.
A little bit more ice this time.
Yep. And looks like she pitched a little bit left.
She did.
So this
Try
could chip it the other way.
More. Maybe the hit and roll.
Yeah, they're going to switch to the plan B.
Yep.
Switching to plan B, and they're going to get the hit and the roll.
Oh, a little too much. Not enough of the stone.
Yeah, so it does leave one red counting in the back right, but yellow is counting 2 right now. So yellow's still definitely in the driver's seat. He calls to block the run back, which is a good call, because both his yellow stones are either partially or fully guarded.
For a Sean shot.
All right, over on sheet B.
He kind of wants to leave this more toward the center line, because right now you can get into that port between those 2 stones.
Yeah.
So if this stays on the center line instead of like completely in front of the red stone, it would be
that's
more
a better
beneficial.
shot. It's actually wide. They need to let it curl.
They might draw in between if they have enough juice on this.
Yeah. No, they're coming up short. But they're going to plug the hole. They're going to plug the hole nicely.
But
they're going to leave the run back. Yeah, it didn't come over enough to block the run back. So Mark once again gets a shot at the run back, and this is Mark's first stone.
First shot.
Yep.
What do we got going on B here?
Well, they're calling for the open takeout. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's red, so he's probably splitting the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to put one right in front of his little biter in the back, if it is a biter. I must admit, I'm afraid I don't know whether the live dashboard is on.
Well, is he splitting? He looks like he's going toward the red rock.
Okay, so he's actually throwing the guard. He called the guard, and he got a beautiful guard out of it. So that's fine. I didn't see which way his handle was pointing, and the guard is fine.
He is.
All right, so Zaken is on its way, and he's trying to run back, and he's a little wide. He's going to chip his own stone out. Oh, he missed.
Oh, he missed.
Oh, boy. Ouch. Okay, so this game gets interesting, and Rimkus has an open draw for 3. Yeah. So we could be all tied up. Right now it's 3-2. And he's got an open draw for the full. All he has to do is full 12.
For which on
sheet C.
This is his first shot, so he is.
Oh, there is. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I got ahead of myself.
He's ahead of himself, yes.
Yep, I did. I looked and I didn't see it, and the Kleenex box is blocking the last stone there. I'm blaming the Kleenex blocks.
So he's setting himself up for the next shot here.
That's right.
While preventing them from doing their shot.
Yeah, so what he wants to do here is put this at a 12-foot on the left side, so if Mark takes it out, he's still counting 2. So that's his intent here. Or he may just be trying to block the run back. He's just blocking the run back. Yeah, I agree. And it's a little light, but they're sweeping it. All I got to do is get it across the hog line, and it'll do its job.
Not a lot of curl, so it works in his
let it curl.
Here.
Yep, there it goes. He's got it. Ooh, is it a little bit hot?
It's going to do its job, I believe.
Yes, because Mark has to hit it on the left side.
Yeah, that angle's not going to work for Mark.
Yeah, so Mark has got a pickle. He's definitely looking at staring down 3 right now.
Well,
and by the way, I was going to say that Rimkus could have a chip in for 4, but it would be tough hitting his guard over on the right side. So Mark, and that looks like what Mark might be trying to block. Let's watch him from up above here.
So Hancock's going for a draw.
Okay. Yep.
A little heavy though.
Yeah, he's toasty. It's slowing down, but it's going to be, it's actually slowing down nicely. And he is counting. He is wide open, though.
Yeah, wide open, though.
Yeah, so he's going to hit and roll. Here comes Zaken. And judging from that broom, he's actually trying a little bit of a
looks like he's trying the
crazy
yellow,
run back. Yeah. All right, Zaken's going for the crazy run back, and he'll tell me it's not crazy.
The other option would be to go to that outside yellow, try to cut him down, and hopefully cut him down to 1.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, that's not an easy shot. But yeah, they could come down to it.
It's easier than this shot.
This is an interesting. This is a Mark Zaken shot. We'll leave it at that. And the shot's on its way. The sweepers are trotting along with it. Now they're sweeping hard. So they think he needs a little line. If he comes across the face too much.
No, it doesn't need to.
Boom, boom.
Boom,
and he tickled it, but he did not get it. It was a brave effort. And he just missed. Let's see. Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a little bit
wide.
He needed to hit it more over to the right.
So he wanted it to curl less.
Yeah, it curled slightly more than he wanted it to.
I got to think of the angles up. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, and we got. Not exactly sure. Oh, it was just a takeout on. Just a simple takeout on sheet B.
It needed to be out further.
Yeah.
So yeah, it needed to be out further because then it would have hit the red stone.
Yes.
More on the nose, which would have had it drive straiter back. So it needed to be further.
And so they were sweeping correctly.
To the outside of.
Okay. Rimkus for open draw. Biting. He could actually split in for 4. But I think he's just going for his 3. The split is pretty difficult, so take your 3 and tie it up. They're just walking down. Oh, they're sweeping hard now.
I think he's a little light on that.
They got a lot of room.
No, he's got enough.
He's in. Oh, there is a biting red way back in the back, but he's perfect. He's fine. That's 3 yellow. So it's all tied up after 4 ends. So let's go here to or after 3 ends, I'm sorry. So it is now the 4th end.
So Hancock is going for the hit.
All right, I just goofed up here.
Trying to take a double.
Yellow score. He now has 3. And the end is now the 4th end. 4th. Okay.
He ended up getting 1. So he's got a draw. Is it for 2 or for 3? I can't tell.
Oh, on sheet
Looks
B?
like it might be 3.
Okay, let's check it out. Ooh, it's for 2. Well,
I think
it's
it
for
might
3.
Be 3. Yeah.
It's for 3. Okay, so this is Mooney, and it's a wide open draw. He's got to get just biting the 8-foot. And a little bit less, actually, than that.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets 3. So this is a scary moment for Hancock early on. Hancock does have a 1-point lead, so he'd be down by 2 if he makes it, or down by 1 if he doesn't. All right, the shot's on its way.
He's
Sweepers
definitely got enough on it.
Yeah, it may be hot. He may have to. Oh, he doesn't have any backing. That's slowing down now. I'm thinking they're liking this a lot.
Yep.
They might need to. Yeah, he's good. He's good. All he needs to do is bite the 8-foot. Nicely done. 3 for Mooney.
Pretty sure it's 3.
Okay. Yeah, they might have to check this. The camera can lie sometimes. They're looking at it. They're looking at it. They're looking at it. Lots of thinking going on, and they're pushing rocks, so they decided.
Yeah, that Vice didn't look at it very hard.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't have a scoreboard for sheet B, but I believe it's going to be 4-2, and it is Mooney.
Yes.
So Mooney is up 4-2.
Who won the Blazing Leaves here in October.
Okay, and that is after 3 ends. Okay, let's
that's what I
switch
was
back
told.
to the.
I'm pretty sure that's the because I was here for the Blazing Leaves. I'm pretty sure Mooney won the Blazing Leaves.
Oh, okay.
This year.
So
he's
over
looking
here
for
on
back-to-back
nutmeg
bond
win,
steals.
yeah. The 2 stones in the house over here on sheet C. Zaken's got one in the top of the 4-foot. I take that back, sorry. His opposition has one in the top of the 4-foot. He's got one in the back of the 4-foot. And he is counting, so he's actually looks like he was calling for the guard. But it's going to curl a little bit too much. So my guess is that Rimkus will counter with a run back of his own stone, or he'll chip the red out. So Rimkus thinking, and he's calling to sit on the. Actually, he's calling to take it out.
Who is?
Rimkus.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, bumping it back would be fine and leaving it as backing. But this early in the end, why not just take it out? Shot's on its way. They need a little more curl. They're waiting for it to curl. He could end up with the peel here, or the flash. It's going to be close. Peel. All right.
Yep. Which is fine.
Yeah. Of course, Mark will immediately counter with a takeout of his own. We got some party horns going on the background. The theme for this year's Bonspiel is New Year's, because we're just a few days into 2018. And I heard at least one party horn. Let's hear those party horns. Oh. Sound like a wounded
is it
duck.
A party or a wounded elephant? I don't know what's going on.
It sounded like a duck in distress. Okay, Mark's takeout is on its way. It looks a little wide, but he's going to get the take.
Yep,
Point just enough.
Ooh,
come on, Mark, sweep it out. Uh-oh.
No, it is not enough.
He didn't get it out. Left a biter, which in theory should not matter, but it's there, and it's annoying.
In the Scotties,
yes.
and those Bonspiels might not matter,
but for us,
we never know.
Let's just say Mark is not happy that Yellowstone is still there. So they're calling to draw underneath the guards that they've got out front there. It's Mark's guard, but they'll use it. Nope. Actually, it looks like he was wide or he's just calling for the top 8, the top 4. He's going to put one on the button.
It looks like it.
Practicing for the nutmeg knockout at the end of the game.
And that would be
and he gets a 3. 3-pointer and a nutmeg knockout. Zaken takes approximately 5 seconds again to sit down the broom and call for the takeout.
And we have flash, I guess, or draw that went through heavy.
So right now, Zaken actually has an in-off double. He may go for the in-off double if he can get a gentle tick.
That would be my call.
Yep. The in-off double is a very fun shot, but he's going to get the nose, I think, here. I don't think he's going to get enough angle for the... Yeah, he's just going to take it out, which was probably the call.
I'll always play for that shot, but always take the sure takeout, other than playing with the miss instead.
You play it so that if you miss it, you definitely miss it high and hit the stone. So if everything goes perfect,
you put the broom down for it.
Yeah.
And you tell them you tell the other people just to throw the which way and hit that broom, and hopefully they hit it the way you want it.
And if they don't, you get the take.
And you just get the take anyway.
Now this takeout is coming across a little bit. Right now it's on the nose, and I think that's going to be what it does.
Yep. So again, you have that.
But see now,
double.
You see how that biter starts getting a little annoying because trading hits leaves Mooney with a chance for 2. Although I take that back because Zaken actually has the hammer. So
you mean with not Mooney?
I'm sorry, Rimkus. Not I just combined the 2 skips. I combined Zaken and Rimkus and called him Zimkus. So it is Rimkus, which I'm calling him Rimkus because his first name is Henricus, and I don't know
Rimkus.
Yes. I'm totally guessing.
Awesome.
All right, Zaken's takeout is on the way. He's got the nose. He may have the in off here.
He might.
Here's
he
the shot.
might.
There's the boom,
He might.
and there it is. There
Come
it is,
on,
right
get
there.
enough, get
Boom.
enough.
So that's the in off, and he's counting. He didn't get rid of it, though.
Ooh, he didn't
did
get rid
not
of
get
it.
rid of it.
But he's
Okay.
counting. So
Far
good shot.
C, near C. Yeah. Good try, Mark. You see here from the above that he actually, Mark's stone is counting, but the yellow stone is still just biting. And this is a good example here. I think you can actually see in the overhead camera a little bit of white, and that's the camera angle. Okay, the camera angle makes it look like it's out, but we can see from the warm room that it's definitely in. Now, Rimkus is calling to simply take Mark's stone out. He probably doesn't even care if he loses his, because he just wants to make sure Mark cannot. Yeah, he wants to make sure Mark can't score too.
But he might
wants
roll
to
out
chip.
himself.
Boom. Yep.
Oh,
Beautiful shot.
Exactly
Beautiful
the
shot.
way he wanted
Exactly
it.
what he wanted. Chip Mark's out. Yep, and they're liking it. I switched to the straight overhead view. Let's go
Fist
back
pumps
to the
in the back.
That's right. We missed the fist pumps because I was looking at the straight down view. That's okay. They know it was a good shot.
Well, now Mark will be trying the
hit and roll.
Hit on the roll, and you know what? You get that hit and roll. You also can get that double.
Yes.
So
Mark wants to hit the yellow
Two
stone and
benefits from
roll
this.
underneath his own guard. They're not sweeping, so
too
they
far
think it's
out,
a little
yeah,
little
it's
wide.
Too far out.
So he may lose his stone here, which is actually
Nope.
all
We have
right.
the same situation.
Yeah, this won't take long. He'll call the same shot. Over on sheet B, we had a simple take of front guard.
But red stayed in.
Let's take a look at near B
Jam
here.
in the back.
Boom. It is red's
So
shot.
instead of
Yellow
sitting,
is counting.
Instead of yellow sitting 2, they're now sitting.
So I would hit the front red and just get rid of the yellow and possibly be counting 3 if you hit it on one side or the other.
Yep.
Yeah. Because all you have to do is
But
pop it.
With that,
Yeah.
much broom though, I'm thinking it's a draw.
You think he's just calling the draw?
Yeah, because that'd be great
Okay.
for a tap, but you don't
Yeah.
want to tap.
All right, here's our takeout over on sheet C. They're sweeping hard. They've got to
This
do it
might
again.
Get it? No.
Boom, boom. No. All right. So, still not a bad shot. It leaves Mark with a hit and roll underneath again.
Oh, Mooney is
Oh, he's way
actually
short.
working for a setup. It looks like more here now.
Interesting.
But
you
he
think
was-
that's what he called?
I think
Blocking
he
the
was,
draw?
I think he was they were lighter than they wanted to be.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably calling the draw, which would make sense, and he missed it. So now Hancock can just bump the red and put his yellow right on the button, or close.
If you want, yeah, I mean you could do either
Yeah.
way. You could do the tap, or you can.
Or he could just draw in.
The
He could just-
draw.
Yeah,
Whatever
because
you're feeling more comfortable with here.
and he's calling a draw with that much
And he
broom.
might be getting the tap here. Oh no, they're dragging it out.
Yeah, they're going for the draw
Yeah,
for
they're
that much
dragging
broom.
it out. I mean, it's way out now. He might
Yeah.
not come back enough.
Here he comes. Weight looks pretty good.
Oh,
little
weight
light,
looks a
little
little
light,
light.
little light.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
Dug
why
in
they
on
were
him.
sweeping right
Yeah.
away. But they came up
Okay.
a little bit for
Couple feet short.
line, but it probably would have been better just to get into the
So
house.
Mark Zaken's takeout is on the way, but it needs to curl a bunch. Somebody's patting me on the shoulder. Oh, and he gets
Got
the take,
enough.
but he loses the stone. Good night. So he'll take that because that actually opens up the blank. He, of course, wanted to stay around and be counting and have a chance at 2, but it's not a terrible outcome.
Oh, now you're looking for the blank.
That's right. The blank, of course, is leaving the house completely empty with the hammer, so you maintain the hammer into the next end.
And Mooney's going for the removing
bump,
the yellow.
removing
with
the yellow. Yep.
Which he does. So now Mooney is sitting.
Okay, near B. Let's take a look
One?
at it.
Might be sitting.
He could be sitting 2. It's close.
Could be sitting.
Certainly
2.
1. The question is whether this back one is out counting that one.
So was Hancock going to go for the red run back, or is he going to go for something
He's
else
just
there?
calling for the draw.
Calling for the draw. Okay,
Well,
interesting. So he must.
the
so
broom
my
placement-
my assumption would be that red's sitting 2 then.
Okay.
If he's calling for that, I'm assuming red's sitting
he's just
too.
counting them down. And he's got a lot of room to count them down. I mean, he's got to just bite the 8 anywhere behind his guard here, the yellow guard. And they're sweeping hard.
Yeah, it's not going to get there.
So let's switch over to watch him sweep it in.
Way in the weeds out there.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. That came up way light.
Okay,
this
could be a big end for Mooney.
Yeah, and over on sheet B, or sheet C, I'm sorry, got a draw just past the tee line, which Mark will take a few seconds to decide to get rid of. Now, Mark wants to definitely stick around here unless he's actually playing. Wait, is this Mark? Yeah, this is Mark's last shot. So we'll see if he's going to go for the
I'm assuming the call here is for the blank.
Yeah, right.
But, priority is to get that yellow out.
Yes. He wants the blank, but he'll take the 1. And certainly would never expect to have to give up 1 because it's a wide open takeout, which of course is sometimes a hard shot because it's a wide open takeout. And of course he's going to hit it.
Yeah. Sometimes those wide open ones end up being
the
ones you look back on.
Oh, it looks so easy. Yeah, the sweepers are...
This is looking wide, too.
No, they're sweeping it.
Why?
Oh, they don't want to chip it. What they're doing is they're sweeping it past.
Okay.
Doink. Oh,
there we go.
Oh, and they got enough.
They got
just enough. An efficient takeout. Ellie is shaking her head a little bit. She's thinking that was way too close. Okay, so
Hancock is in a precarious position right now. I mean, it is his only.
Let me go over here.
Shot.
And there was no score, but it's now the 5th in.
I don't know. He's looking to tap.
Okay, let's go check that out and take a look at it.
I mean, playing earlier.
Near
playing
B.
earlier.
Yeah.
Definitely hits and taps seem to be the way to go right now because curling around something is not
not getting
happening.
A lot of curl on the ice so far.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous shot because he's counting 3 red right now. He's got to get a Yellowstone in.
But, I mean, even if he had gone for that, hitting that red into the red to get 1 out that way, I mean, he's not going to be in the house. He might actually still keep them biting.
Right.
So this is the shot that he.
I mean, he could throw a bomb at the front 2 reds,
no,
but he might not get rid of them even with a bomb. So I like this. I like the play, given how much curl we're getting, or not much curl. But he definitely needs to get this one in here. He's only got 2 stones left.
Yes.
This is it's a pretty important end, right, or a pretty important shot early on here for Hancock. They're sweeping really hard. He must be narrow.
The good thing is you can drag these stones out. So
yeah.
I think it looked more light than anything else.
Yep, yeah, they just think it's light, and he's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can
Where's
they get
that
around?
stone going?
Can
Yeah,
they get
they're
around?
Oh, he got it in just enough to count. Okay. It almost looked like that went backwards.
Wide open.
Yeah, but
that's
counting.
The thing with this ice right now is that you can kind of sweep it out as much as you want.
From this view, it looks like it's at least 2/3 of the stones visible. And they're perfectly happy to
Probably
peel this.
all of it, yeah.
Yeah, they're happy with a peel here because they're counting 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3 with that top one. I don't know.
Again, what we don't know is whether or not the very top red, which is right on the center line, whether it's biting or not. It's very close. Now, that's interesting because they're not looking at the takeout.
Not at the moment.
Now they're pointing at it, but yeah.
Which I don't know why, because...
yeah, it makes no sense, actually.
Because they only have 1 shot left.
Because it's the counter.
It's the shot rock, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are they looking for the tap, maybe?
Or just to bump the red back and be counting.
Maybe Mooney's looking at the tap instead of the takeout.
Right, he's going to tap his own red and move it back to the 4-foot. Yep, that's
what he
the
wants
call.
to do.
So he's ignoring the shot rock and he's going to try to chap his own red back, which if it works and it's guarded, it's a pretty decent shot.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Yeah, right. But if he misses this, Andy will have a shot for 2 to tie it up. So he's definitely going, I don't know about this shot.
Well, I mean, again, we have not. There's not. I mean, if you look at the room you have.
Yeah. Yeah. In other words, he may not have enough
And
curl
it's
to get to this.
outside, and anything that's been outside that 4 foot has
May
not
have
been
been-
curling back.
yeah,
So
right,
to try to
right.
get around that yellow guard with the shot
And this is
there,
a pretty straightforward tap. I'm going to leave it on this overhead view.
the tap.
'cause
I mean, with the way the
the-
ice is curling, this might be
Yeah.
the better shot right now.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it on this view because it will clearly show whether he's got the right line. And all he has to do is hit it with like back 8 weight, and it'll move his stone
No, it
to the
looks like
tee
it's
line.
too far out, actually.
It's going to just tick it.
Oh,
Oh,
not enough. Can
Oh,
he-
but
wait,
oh,
wait. No.
Oh.
So,
All right. So, well,
so yes. So, I
how
mean,
does he get 2?
I know it's dangerous, but his best shot for 2.
It's a split. No, he can't
No.
He can't get to the split. Never mind.
His best
draw.
shot for
Probably
2
draw in this
is
way.
a draw in from the center.
Yeah.
To the outside.
No, yeah, this draw right here. The draw around.
The dangerous part about this is that he can.
Oh. Yeah, he's calling. Is he looking at the hit and roll? No, he's just putting the. He's figuring out the broom
He's drawing out
placement
from
for the
that
draw.
side. Okay.
Yeah, and there is a nice port.
Yep. And it's less dangerous than trying to draw from the other side, just because
Yeah.
if it stays wide because it hasn't been curling,
Yeah.
and he taps that
He's
red
not- yeah.
in the 12 foot for red, he can make them count. So this is
Yeah.
safer
Yes.
in
yes.
the fact that
I mean, with that broom, he's not going to hit that red on the right side of it coming from the thrower's direction.
you know what, with the way
Yeah.
the stones have been staying out,
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if he does, but he wouldn't hit it. He shouldn't be able to hit it on the outside.
Yes, which is all he has to worry about.
Yeah.
Because he could actually hit and roll off that stone and come
could.
right in.
He could, but
He's-
the dangerous thing about throwing enough weight to hit
Yeah.
and roll to the inside is
Yeah.
that if you throw it too far outside, you can tap them in for one.
Yes. Yep. And they're on. Well, the sweepers think it's way light. They're pounding it all the way down the ice. They definitely think it's light, and they're trying to burn a hole in the ice, and they're not going to make it. This is going to come close to hogging.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah,
even close.
so no. So they're going to take the run and carry on.
Carry on, my wayward
So
son.
Hancock gets 1, and so that means that Mooney is up right now 4-3, and it is going into the 5th inning. All right,
So,
so now.
it's a critical end. You
Yeah.
don't want to. You can't give up. You can't
No.
give Mooney
They gotta
a
steal.
big hand here.
Yeah, they
I mean, you don't
got
have
to
to
force
steal.
1 or steal 1.
Force 1 at the most 2. You cannot give more
Yes.
than 2 here.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, let's go back over to looking at the far
That's
end.
the critical part about this end for
Yeah.
Hancock. He cannot give up more than 1 or
So again,
2.
it's all tied up on
Other
sheet
than,
C.
if it's more than that, then it's
And there was a
bad-
blank. Mark
bad
Zaken
situation.
blanked the last one. Carl Bockley just went for the chip and just missed.
Yep.
So he's got that I just missed my shot look on.
Yeah. Yep.
We,
I
we
mean,
all very
the,
familiar with that look.
the problem is calling. When you're calling a shot like that, sometimes the person can get in their own head and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I have to just hit this on the edge
Right.
to knock
and
it
he-
out," and then they flash it.
Mhm.
Just tell them to hit it. If it jams,
Right.
it jams. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I'd
Go-
rather be closer to it jamming than you completely flashing. So
And we just saw what
That's-
happens when you throw it too light there on sheet B. A little bit. We heard the squealing pig noise and came up short. Yes. If it doesn't cross the red line, you can see, then it's out of play.
it's a hog.
Almost everybody listening to this broadcast or listening to it later will know that. But that's why they kicked it out of the way.
Let's hope not, because that means
Yeah.
more people are getting
That's
into
right.
curling, especially with the Olympics coming up.
I must admit, I don't think we turned on the live. Oh, it says there's 7 watching
We got
now.
7 watching now.
Okay. All right, let's hear from our.
Hi to those 7 people,
Yes, hello, all of you.
whoever you may be. I
And
see
I don't
Mike
know-
Hope is watching, or is that
When this
earlier?
and when this is up, is that what people see, or do they see this? I don't know.
Well, no, I think,
I think they see this. All right, so here's Ellie Bockley's shot,
I
And
guess I could put it on YouTube and find out.
Yeah. And Ellie is a little wide, and we have, we have 2 flashes in a row.
Oh, we have an I don't
We
like
have-
uh-ohs.
We have back-to-back Buckley flashes. It happens. So Rimkus is building a pretty interesting house here, but Zaken does have the hammer, so he's got time to recover.
You don't want to have too many more misses because
That's right.
not enough recovery time if you have
That's
complete
right.
flashes.
But right now there are no guards, so he's okay. They want to put up a guard here. They want something. They want to block the front of the house. As long as the house is wide open, Mark's okay. So they are throwing a guard, and it looks like they're going to work to keep it from.
It is definitely a guard.
It's a high guard.
It is definitely a guard.
And it's a nice one. But it's high enough that Mark can come around it and come down to that stone.
You could come around it.
Or he may actually
and you know
call
what?
for the peel.
If you come around it, you could get the in-off double.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be a very nice guard.
But it looks like
calling
he's
for the
coming
freeze.
that way. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'd go the other way just because you got options.
Yeah.
During the random drug testing, it was
Over on sheet B, we got a red biter.
spray beaver tranquilizer.
I don't know. This freeze to me seems like he's
It's
conceding to giving up one.
It's a very delicate shot.
Yeah.
And that's not going to come back enough.
That's not going to do it.
In fact, it looks a little toasty.
Yeah.
They're going to hope for that to dig in. The sweepers are walking along beside it like they're not happy with it. And, yeah, unfortunately, that was just a bit too fast. And out the back it goes. So Rimkus is building a very good opportunity for a steal here. He's going to guard that draw line. Now let's take a look at this from far C here. Can Zaken get underneath this? Oh, okay. So it does show us. Yeah. All right, so the call here is to put up the guard to protect the stone that's biting the 4 foot. I'm looking to see. Zaken actually has a hit and roll off the other yellow, which could put him counting. It's a difficult shot, but it is there. So they're blocking the obvious shot, but they're going to leave the hit and roll, whatever they do.
I mean, truthfully, I like the other side. I don't know why they're going on this side, but I like the other side on this shot.
Yes, I actually think that the other side is the more dangerous side.
I mean, I see you can see more of the shot rock on this side, but
Well, see, look at it from overhead here. You can easily draw in behind this yellow or hit this yellow and slide over. All right, the guard shot is on its way. Their sweepers are on it really hard. We're going to leave it on the overhead view here, so you'll see the stone coming in with the sweepers. Now they're off of it, so they're just waiting for it to curl. Here they come. Now they're sweeping a little bit. They're going to leave it as a high guard. It's going to do its guard duty just fine. There is no takeout through the port. So Mark now will probably be forced to switch.
Now he's going to go behind the guard and try to get to the button.
Yeah, he's got it. It's there.
No, there's definitely room for it.
But I don't think there's enough curl on this line. But he does, and he is making the shot, not me.
You got to be certain about you got to be certain about your weight.
Yeah. Now over on sheet B, we have a yellow stone centered on the button, looks like. But it is visible, and it looks like...
well, I mean, he's coming out from the right hack, so it's a little less visible.
Oh, okay.
Well, from the left hack because he's right-handed.
Yes, right. He's so this is Mooney's team, and
so
he's calling for the chip.
a little bit more of an angle on this than...
Well, they're sweeping hard. They think it's narrow.
Now they're good.
Now they're looking good. They got to let it curl.
So this is going to be a good shot then.
Yep, they got it. Boom. And they're going to hang around behind the guard. Over on sheet C, Zaken's shot is on its way. He's got to worry about slowing down out in the weeds, and they're hammering it hard, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
I think it's going to come up woefully short.
Got to get around that guard.
Nah,
you got around the guard. Now they got to stop.
Oh, all right. Nope. What do
Now
I
they
know?
gotta
Look
stop.
at this shot.
No, no.
Sweet.
Keep going, keep going.
Yes, and it turns out to be beautiful.
Beautiful shot, beautiful shot.
Well done, Mark.
What do we
thought
know
he was-
here? What do we know back here?
Oh, yeah. Once again, proving that when you're in the warm room, you shouldn't say anything about weight.
What? We
Okay.
can't judge weight from here?
No, we can't.
We can make the right shot call, though.
Okay, why is this not changing? Far C. All right. So you see, looking in from above, you can see Zaken's shot, which turned out to be quite beautiful. I was doubting it. I don't know why I would doubt Mark Zaken. A nice open draw. And he slides it in, biting the... Well, he's not biting the button, but he's well into the
I was seeing how
4 foot.
far the delay was. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a bit of a delay. So now they're trying to figure out what to do about Zaken's rock. It's going to be very difficult to chip out given the amount of curl here, especially with an up-weight
But
rock.
they believe they can get it, so
Yep.
they're trying it.
Yep.
I mean,
Also,
I can
now-
see, and I'm directly behind this hack,
Oh, is he a lefty?
and he is
Okay, because if he's a lefty, that makes it easier for him.
he is.
Over on sheet B,
No,
let's
he's a righty.
switch here. This is
So this is going to be a little bit more of an angle for him, but if I go to his hack, I could see about a third. Left hack, I could see about a half. So
okay. This is a very delicate shot.
it
I
is
would
delicate.
Be impressed if he makes this. All he needs to do, though, is bump it back 2 foot, so he doesn't need
Yeah.
much contact. The stone is on its way. The sweepers are on it early. They think it's narrow. They need to be
Or
careful.
the
This
weight.
yeah.
I don't think it's narrow.
Yep. Go,
It's
go, go,
the
go.
weight.
Let it curl.
Yeah, it's got to curl. He's just going to bump it back further behind the guard.
Oh, it's going to flash. Yep. Oh, it just ticked it. All right. So Zaken is in good shape here. Yeah, and he's got the hammer. So he's going to now...
Zaken's hammer shot now. I mean, he just has to...
Yep, this is all he's got to do. Well, he's got one, so...
Well, he can't just draw down to it because he draws down to it.
He's got to
not
draw the
counting.
other side for his 2. And actually, Rimkus...
Now, the
I did
dangerous
again,
part about...
Rimkus,
The dangerous part about doing that is if you curl
He
too much,
touches
you
the
can
yellow.
knock them in for 1.
That's right. Let's switch to the overhead, because what's critical here... what's critical here is the draw in. What's that?
If you wanted to go to the comments and see if it shows up on the screen, you can do that.
Oh yeah, we're working on getting a marking, whatever that's called, telestrator. Yeah, that's for next year's budget.
Telestrator.
That's right.
You can draw and stuff.
So we can go even crazier, and Ed Simia and Jeff Hannon will be in heaven.
Circles and lines.
Lines and yes.
Arrows. Oh my goodness.
So he may be calling the hit and roll.
Drunken power.
Yeah. I think the hit and roll is actually a decent call here because Mark likes them. So we'll see.
I mean,
Yeah, it's not a lot of broom.
I mean, I
so.
don't think you'd
Well,
have enough.
Look, watch us wait.
You'd
Here he
have to
comes. Oh yeah,
draw.
he's throwing the hit.
See,
He's
I don't
definitely
see-
throwing the hit.
I don't see how he can still count and do that.
No, just he slides sideways because but it's tough.
It's not.
And he pitched
He had
it.
a draw. He had a draw
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, he likes. Oh no, he's fine.
No,
One red.
Like I said, there was no way I don't think
Yeah.
there was any way he could.
But
run
Mark,
in.
given a draw or a hit, will lean towards the hit.
Mm.
Okay, so Mark got 1 there, so let's update the scoreboard. Okay, it's now the 6th in. This game is moving along nicely.
Go to B.
Oh, okay, let's go over here and go to... Oops. There. All right, and Mark got 1.
Go to B overhead.
Okay.
do you
Just
do
a
that?
second. All right, so I think that's fine. Far B, overhead, and I don't know why it's doing that. There we go.
Okay, so we'll watch B overhead while
Yeah.
Craig updates.
Yeah, it's
Score.
updated.
Oh, it's updated. Okay.
There you are. So we got. It's Mooney's shot, right? No, I'm sorry. It's
Woefully short.
Andy's shot.
Isn't that the way it goes?
One of my favorite calls I've ever heard.
That's like the wave call. 1, 2, 3, 9.
It's like it calls out on the ice, yeah. What's the
Okay.
weight?
Okay.
3. 10. 10.
Mark,
It's 10.
Mark is not happy with the. Yeah. Over on sheet C.
All right,
Mark
so,
is going to be happy that I did not record that. It came up short for a hog, and he expressed his opinion of the shot. Over on sheet B
so
now.
he's going for that shot rock. Trying
Yep.
to tap it back.
Trying to tap it back. It's a
Looks
little
like
bit
a
light
lot
though. It's
short.
way
Oh,
light.
boy.
Yeah, that's yeah, red's going to be counting too after this unless it slides a bunch. Yep, red is still counting too.
Mm.
So a developing situation on sheet B. Okay,
So red has
this is-
hammer.
And
They
this
have.
is hammer's first throw.
So yeah, red has hammer.
And they're
They have
counting two.
the 2
So-
shots left.
I put the guard up front.
Oof. You're already counting 2? Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
you're
to put a
counting
guard
two.
up.
Put the guard up because you've got a straightforward run back on that 8-foot Yellowstone.
Protect your 2.
Okay, let's switch over here. No, I'm going to leave it on this overhead shot on B because that's where the action is right
yeah.
now. C is developing fairly straightforward. Right now,
They're praying for it not to go into the house. And
yeah, the guard
went
came
into
up
the
a little
house.
bit long and just bit the house, and Rimkus immediately calls to take it out. No, actually, he's calling to draw underneath the guard. I take that back. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what we're talking about there. That is right here. And he's calling to draw underneath that yellow one. The stone's on its way. Looks like they're going to have to sweep.
Yeah, they're going to have to sweep. It's going
They're going to have to do the run back at best. Okay, let's go back over here to sheet B. Okay, and the stone's on its way, and he's trying to put the guard up to protect the 2 counting red stones. It's going to be across the hog. He's got that part done.
They're sweeping for line, it looks like.
Yep, and it question is what's going to over curl. Nope, it's going to be just fine. That's a beautiful guard protecting his 2 reds counting on the 4-foot and the 8-foot.
Well, is there
Now,
still a line to
there's
that?
a draw on the other side. You can just draw on the left side and draw right to the button.
Yep.
You know, it's there.
He's looking that side. I mean, is he
Yeah.
looking that he can get to his yellow still?
I don't know.
Or if he can get, I mean,
I would be impressed
if
if
you
could
can
get
get
to
to
the
the, I mean, I think you can definitely get to the back red and
yellows.
sit second stone, but
Okay.
is that what you want to do here? I mean, you got one shot. This is your one shot, so
Oh, this is his last shot?
yeah.
Then I definitely would be drawing in on the other side. It's wide open. You just draw the 8-foot under the guards, or you draw the button. You know, anywhere in here. You just want to outcount this number 2.
I mean, I'm gonna walk over and see if he has I mean,
because
he's
that
gonna
is not what he's
try
doing.
to hit that second shot stone.
Is he
I mean,
trying
you can
to?
see all of it.
Is he trying to try to hit the red and carry him in? Is he trying to in off the red?
I mean, you're not gonna count shot. I mean, there's no way you're gonna count shot, but you can.
No. I mean, you're just
Make
trying to
it-
cut him down. I'm just
You can make
surprised
it
he's
very
not throwing the
difficult
draw.
for 2.
Okay.
If you hit this, I mean, if you miss, then you have they have that wide open draw to the other side too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's switch back here to the.
I don't know.
What's going on here? So this is. Oh yeah, he's at least trying to make it hit.
He's just trying to not get. But if you miss, you're giving up. I mean, he has that same draw for 3, so he has to make sure he hits this, and he looks wide. Is it curling? Yep, it's curling. Now you have to go though. Yeah, he's gonna wick.
The wick might work. Boom. Boom.
Oh my goodness, that'll work.
Okay, that cuts him down to 1.
That
Let's
cuts
take
him
a
down
look
to
at
1.
that from up above.
Now he's got to draw. He's still
Yeah.
got that draw for 2.
So, and he did cut him down to 1.
I mean, he did. He essentially did the job that he wanted to do, because he wasn't going to be counting 1. He wasn't gonna. Yeah, he wasn't gonna count 1. And he's
By the
sitting
way,
number
over on
2 with
sheet-
no
over
shot
on
of them
sh-
hitting him out for 2.
Over on sheet C, we have a very clean in going, but
So,
he's trying to
definitely
split the house.
made them have to draw for 1.
So Mark's in a little bit of trouble here because he does not have the hammer, and they're going to have a nicely split house if he pulls off this shot.
Which is
let's
definitely
see.
in and definitely going to
Which
be good enough for
Boom.
sitting 2.
Yeah, there it is coming in, and he wants this to be parallel with this other. It can be slightly deep, but it's a very nice shot. It's actually beautiful. So Mark's in a little bit of a pickle. Let's go quickly back, however, to sheet B. Stone's coming in. He's got to draw the button. He's going to be woefully short. So it's just
Whoa.
going to be 1 red. Okay, 1 red. So that means it's going to be 5 to
Well,
3.
So Hancock did his job there. He cut him down to 1.
Right. It's 5 to 3, right?
Yeah, it's 5 to 3. So get your 2 here.
Okay. Okay, over on, see, we got people, we're playing both directions now. They're kind of out of sync with each other. So, the call here from Rimkus is to take out Mark Stone. Just sitting, biting the 8-foot. Stone's on its way. They're sweeping hard. It may over curl, but he actually wouldn't mind it if he hit and slid underneath his guard he's got out there. But they've got to get the hit, and he's gonna lose. Nope, it dug in. All right, so that's actually a nice shot. Zaken is in a little bit of a pickle here. If he gives up 2, he's only down 1. So both games in our last draw tonight, both games are tight. Both games could very well come down to the last in, last stone. We'll see. Zaken's a little bit worried here because he could give up 3, so he needs to get rid of this Yellowstone. If he just plays the takeout game, he could guarantee no more than 2. But this takeout, this is a little bit wide and it's going to miss. Over on sheet B, got a corner, but it's not going to guard. I think he actually called for it to be in the wings. So Rimkus immediately calls for a centerline guard. Zaken's a little bit nervous here. So if he puts the centerline guard up where if Mark takes it out and is not counting, it's looking like a pretty good situation for Rimkus. Actually, I think they've overthrown it a little bit. This is going to come deep into the house. Mark may be able to sweep it through. So this could be the break Mark needed to protect against the big end. He's getting ready to sweep hard. He's going to have no trouble getting rid of this stone. It's going to slide right out the back. Oh, no, he left it way in the back, but okay. So I thought he could get rid of it, but he didn't. It dug in. So it is a little bit dangerous. He could decide to come and sit on this, but he's way behind the tee line, and it's got to be perfect. So he's got options here, but none of them are really that good. Over on sheet B, yellow has one in the right side of the house, and he's calling to put another one on the left side of the house, trying to split the house. And this is Andy Stone coming in. They're sweeping it. May need to come off. It's going to maybe slide in a little deep. Nope. Okay, and he's on it. He may be able to get rid of this. It's going to be close. Let's take a look. Let's see, near B. And it looks like the opposing skip was able to sweep it out. And judging from the fact that he's immediately calling for the takeout on the other one, it must be out. So let's go back over here to a long view on both sheets. So Zaken appears to be calling to freeze on the back stone. He may just simply take it out. But the judge, just based on the weight he throws. The broom is suggesting, with the curl we've been seeing on the sheet, is actually suggesting the freeze. And a fair amount of broom for the sheet. He's a little light. They're sweeping hard. They got to sweep really hard. Stone is moving nicely, though. Here they come. Yep. Okay, it's going to over curl a little bit, I think. He's going to be counting, but he's going to be exposed. So let's take a look at it from the overhead camera. So you see he did a nice shot in terms of the line, but it's a little bit light, so he's left it exposed in the open in the 4-foot. Now Mark still has one stone left, but this is obviously a difficult situation here for him, because yellow is counting 2, 3, and 4. This may be the shot of the match so far. If Rimkus can make this takeout and keep the shooter, he doesn't actually care. He can also lose the shooter, just be counting 3. I think the best shot would just come across the face with that broom and kick Marks out to the vice's left and leave his sitting there protecting the back one. Meanwhile, on sheet B, we've got one red in the house, one yellow that is not in, but is close to biting. All right. So Rimkus' shot is on its way. He's definitely going to hit it. Question is whether he's going to just peel. Mark Stone is going to hang around, and it's going to be counting possibly 2. Yeah, I think that red is still 2. So that was a break for Mark there. So now he has to decide what to do. Do you guys think red is 2?
Yeah, I think red is 2.
Yeah. So a little bit of a break for Mark there. I think he probably... Okay, he's going to go after the number 1 stone and force them. The thing is, if they take it out, if he takes this out, I still have an open shot on his for 3, but he could take it out and roll out into the button and force them to go after him. That's what they're looking at. They're trying to decide where to leave Mark Stone. They're making sure that he really is 2. So it makes a big difference whether he's 2 or not.
Yesterday. So it was yesterday, yeah. Woo! Thank God for...
So Mark is definitely calling for the hit on this stone, and he wants to come across the face and roll in anywhere in the 8-foot. He just wants to be counting after the shot's done, forcing Rimkus to take him out and only score 1. If Mark can survive giving up only 1 here, it would be great. So, another big shot. Take a look at both sheets here. The call on sheet B is to come down and hide behind the guards and be counting, probably sitting on that one that's in the 8-foot. Okay, Mark gets a beautiful shot. Gets exactly what he needs. Let's take a look at the overhead cam. All right. And you see that Mark actually got rid of the red stone that was out on the 12 foot and slid across. Oops. Mark is red. She's right. So Rimkus got exactly what he wanted. I made a mistake there. Mark came across and hit the yellow one across. So Rimkus has an open takeout for 4. So this is not a good situation for Mark. Mark is hoping that he spills on this and only gets 3. And he'll certainly take a miss. The sweepers are gently sweeping. They think they've got it. Yeah, they've got it. But he may... Nope. Boom. Yep. All right, so Rimkus takes 4. Okay, so that was a big in for Rimkus. And he goes up 3 with 2 ins to go. So let's go here, and yellow's score is now 7. Oh, and I need to go change that now to the 7th in. So Zaken in a bit of a pickle. So, all right, so Zimkus is on the way. And let's change this view. Unfortunately, again, they're out of sync with each other, so we'll have to go back and forth. Right now on sheet B, let's take a look at the overhead. Yellow is counting 1, red is 2, and yellow is 3. Okay, it is red's shot, and red is Mooney. So he's trying to, let's see, right now, and red has the hammer. So right now he's trying to, is that right? I take that back. Yellow has the hammer. All right, they're still thinking over there on sheet B, so we'll go back here to sheet A, sheet C, I mean, and watch Rimkus' shot. He's calling for the draw underneath Mark's guard there. Mark's second shot actually split the... Actually, it wasn't Mark's second shot, it was their first, yeah. The draw is okay, but it's a little bit hot, and it's not going to be guarded. Mark's going to try to sweep it out, or at least sweep it to the back of the house, which is actually in his favor. He could use that later to sit on. He's calling the draw underneath the front red guard. All right, so this is a little wide and a little bit hot, I think. Mark's going to hope this slows down. Stone's on its way, coming across the hog now. Oh, right, so Sean Main's back with us. So Rimkus had a big in, picked up 4.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Mark's in a little bit of trouble. This shot is going to be counting in the back, but wide open. They'll quickly call for the takeout.
A Rimkus 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Down 3.
Yeah, you know, so Mark has got to put a 2 spot up at least. And then steal one for the tie.
If you put a 2 spot in,
yeah,
you're right
okay.
back in this. You're
you know,
okay.
And you just, okay. So we'll go back over here and check sheet B. Lots of stuff bouncing around, but okay, so Andy's actually going to be counting 2 now, I think. Let's take a look at the overhead on that. Near B. Let's check this out and see.
I think he's counting one.
Yeah, maybe. Certainly one. Maybe two, maybe not. I'm guessing you're right. I'm thinking that the yellow stone is just in front of the 4 foot is number 1, and then the red stone just to the right of it is number 2.
I mean, he's looking at bumping that one back, so I'm thinking that's
Yeah.
number 2.
Yep. You
Which
could
would
bump
be
the yellow.
Which would be my, I think would be my call here.
Yeah, bump the yellow into the red.
Yeah, I think I'd bump my yellow into the red.
Put another yellow right over here.
Yeah, and
Yes.
split off that red.
So,
yep.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go
It's an
over here and
ambitious
check
call.
out. Let's check out Zaken's shot. Where are we here? Near far C. And it's incoming. He's trying to bury this behind that guard. Oops. I'm not sure why they weren't sweeping that. Mark will explain later. So Rimkus is just playing the clean him up game. He knows he's got a decent lead. So he's just trying to get rid of stones.
Where do you see the comments?
What's that? Oh.
I'm looking for the comments.
Oh. Okay, let's switch over here. Quick play 3.
All right, so we have.
So this is sheet B right now. Yellow's counting 1 for sure, and is throwing, and he's going to try to bump his own yellow. He's actually going. He's going to try to hit the counting stone, which is a little dangerous, but he wants to hit it into the red. At least we think that's what he's doing.
I think they need to go. No,
Yeah. Okay. Here it comes.
going
Yeah.
too much. I think.
No, they think it's okay. Looking pretty good, actually. I think he's going to get it. Doink. Yeah, look at
Okay.
that. That was the called shot. He's now counting 2 for sure. I don't think he moved it enough to be counting 3.
It's closer though.
It is closer.
It is closer.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to far C. Not the language, the sheet. So Mark is actually counting 1 right now. He's got 1 on the back 4 foot. Rimkin is calling to hit his yellow guard into the red guard. Just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Again, he's up by 3, so he just wants to limit Mark's scoring. He's going to chip the yellow and push the red in. So that's actually very much in Mark's favor. Mark is now counting 2 with 1 in the back 4 guarded and 1 in the back 12 way kind of out in the wings. So Mark immediately calls for a draw to the top 4 foot, and he'd be counting 3. So Mark is mounting a comeback here. Ellie Bockley in the house, and we'll switch to the other view so we can see them as they come down. Ellie Bockley's shot is on the way. The sweepers are off of it so far, so they must think, oh, it's a little bit narrow and a little bit, actually I think it's a little bit light. So they're
must be
sweeping
light
hard now.
because
Yeah, they're
they
sweeping
have
hard
plenty
for
of
weight.
room.
Yeah, they're sweeping hard for weight. If he gets around the guard, they're good. There it goes.
They got plenty of
He's
room.
around the guard. This is a beautiful shot. Gonna bury? Half buried. Yep. That's a nice shot. It's still visible. They can chip it out. But that's a very good situation for Mark at this point.
All right, Mooney's throwing his shot.
Okay, you can see him coming out of the
Definite
hacks.
hit.
So we're going to switch here to see this shot coming down. Yellow is counting 2 for sure. It will soon be only 1. Boink.
Trying to get. Oh no, did not get around
Yeah, no,
enough.
did
so
not get
he
the
has
hit.
his shot for 2.
Okay.
I mean, if he
If
hits
he can
it
hit right between
on
them,
the inside,
he can
yeah.
get 3. He can hit
get
the
3.
yellow and the red
Yep, and that's
and
what he's
get rid of
looking
both
at.
of them. Okay, let's take an overhead look at this shot. What he's trying to do is hit right between the red and yellow, push the red out, bump his own yellow, which would move the other red, and count 3.
Just gotta be sure you don't try to be
Oh, you
cute
just
with
want to make
this.
sure you get rid of the red.
Because if you're
Yes.
too cute with this and you try to hit it too
And
far
you
over to
jam
the
on your
side,
own yellow.
you could hit not enough of the red
Yeah.
and
Okay.
not hit it out.
Yeah, we'll stay with
And
the
they can
shot
count
here.
one.
I'll stay with the overhead view.
So just
So,
make sure you
he's-
get this out and get your
What
two.
really matters is getting the 2 and tying it up.
Exactly.
Yes. The 3 is there, but it's very close. It's got to be perfect. So again, what you're saying before, you set the broom for the 2, and if it hangs out a little bit, go
Yep.
for it.
Get your 3.
The shot is on the way.
It
No
looks
sweeping.
too far out though.
They're a little worried it's not
Oh,
going to curl
boy.
enough. They got to hit the red hard enough to
Yeah,
get rid
my
of
God,
it.
he's gonna hit
Oh
the
my,
guard.
they hit the guard. Ooh,
One red.
wow. Okay, so 1 red. So red goes up 6-3. That may have puts the game in serious jeopardy for Hancock
again,
there.
it might have been a situation where he's trying to be too cute with trying to make
Yeah.
sure he gets his 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't get his 2. I don't know.
Okay, let's go back over here to Mark Zaken's play, and let's look at far C. Okay, Zaken is counting 3, but his number 2 stone is wide open. So Rimkus has a straightforward. In fact, he's got a real chance at the double here. It's the
Yep, it's
it's
probably-
the first
I mean, probably
Vice
is-
stone without the hammer.
I mean, he could be looking at that. He could be looking at the
Now-
hitting on the inside and
Yes,
rolling over
right.
to be counting
But
1.
that's pretty tight. And the double is likely to spill your stone, and Mark would still be counting 2, because Mark's counting 4 right now. So this is Mark has turned this into around, so it's come back nicely in
And
this
it's
end.
definitely not going to be on the
Oh,
inside.
he's
for
gonna,
it.
he's wide. He's
But
going
it
to.
could be get the 2.
He could get the 2 or a jam.
Little jam. Yep.
Okay, jammies.
But Mark is still sitting 3.
Yes, because the yellow did just slipped out enough. So Mark will put a guard back up. He needs to put one high enough. The perfect shot would be counting, like biting the 8-foot. So if they take him out,
Still, if you come
he's still-
enough,
yeah.
if you come inside enough to be counting, it
yeah,
gives him a
you-
greater
real double.
chance.
So
for
maybe the
double.
biting the 12-foot guard would be the best shot, because you're counting 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the biting the 12-foot guard, and in fact, even outside the house is good.
Yeah. If
Protect
you're
the
just
2
outside
points.
The house,
Yeah, protect
That's
the 2
fine, too.
points. So we'll leave it on this camera here. I did not see the broom placement where they wanted it, but my guess is they're just going to go for the guard. No deeper than biting the 12-foot. Shot's on its way.
a little wide.
A little bit wide. It's going to have to come back a bunch, and on this ice now, I don't know. They think it's a little light, but it's slow enough. It will curl some.
It is starting to curl.
They don't need a whole lot of curl. Here they come. I'm liking this. This is going to be not
Don't let it go too
bad.
far, guys.
Yeah. Well, there's the biting the 12-foot.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I called. We'll see if that's what Mark called.
I don't mind that at all. That's not a bad shot.
Yeah. Now they have an open draw on the other side. They can draw down. See, and that's interesting. They're going to go. They're looking at the run back on the red, a double, which is maybe there.
I mean, most likely you'll jam.
Right. So I think they
But-
should just draw down to the red. I mean, they've got well, they've only got a 1-point lead. No, I'm sorry. They've got a big. I take that back. They got a 3-point.
They
lead.
got a 3-point lead.
So yeah. So
cutting them down
just
would
cutting
be
them
ideal.
down. Yeah. Why are they looking at that? Why not just draw in, and get in underneath this? I'm a little flummoxed by his call here. Because you've got a 3-point lead.
I mean, the only thing I think of is he's not.
Now he
not
may be
feeling
worried that
he's not feeling his draw that shot.
right,
then.
right, and he's also worried that he can't bury it, and Mark hits for 4.
Yes.
So, and so he may just going for the double is really thinking cutting him down. But now he
So-
switched to the other side.
Which was a shot I was thinking about. I mean, you can get to that shot rock. I don't know about pushing it out.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So you're thinking a narrow draw with the amount of curl we're getting, but I think he's going to bump the right red guard. Mark, the stone that Mark just threw.
I mean, I think you can actually hit that shot red and roll to behind the red guard to guard your shot.
Yeah. I
So
just
if
don't
you
know
throw-
if there's enough curl on this line.
I mean, obviously, any shot, if you throw the right weight, you could make
yes,
it.
right.
Pretty much. I mean, so this shot is there. I mean, there's enough room for this shot.
But it's a very delicate shot. I'm impressed. He's he's
looking
going
at
for
their
it.
options, to me, this is the best option.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, shot's on its way. The sweepers are not on it. It's a little wide.
It needs to curl.
It may hit
If it
Mark's.
curls, they'll be good. But if it does not,
No, they're on Mark's.
They're on
Mark's
Mark's,
guard.
but they're gonna
So
count
this could
down.
leave. Well, no, it's going to
No,
leave
they're
Mark
not.
counting 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Wow. Mark is going to have an open draw to the
Okay.
8-foot for 5. So this is a yo-yo game. All right.
I mean,
Zaken.
again, there's the risk and reward of these shots. To me, that was the best shot that he had. I mean, again, he could have done what you said and gone to the outside.
Yeah.
But I thought that port was there.
Yeah, it was just a tight port. Okay, let's go see what's going on sheet B.
I mean, the safer,
we'll
I
just
guess,
switch
cutting
here.
them down shot would have been that
the draw on the other side. But if they didn't bury it, he's got another shot for 4.
He's got
but now he's got a shot. Whoa, Mark, careful. Zaken's got a shot to full 8 for 5. Actually, not even full 8. Just biting the 8 gets his 5. Okay, and a nice. We got rid of 1 yellow on sheet B. So Andy in trouble on sheet B. Zaken's shot is on the way. All he's got to do again is bite the 8-foot for 5.
Now they're sweeping. It must be for weight.
Don't come up short, Mark.
I think he has plenty of weight.
All right, because they can afford to tap the yellow. He's got it. Oh.
He might need to tap his red.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He overthrew it a little bit.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
Oops. So he takes his 4.
takes his 4.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
He'll be all right with that.
That's right. He'll be a little grumpy. But you know what? 4 is 4. And that is, let's go update the score here. And Red just got 4. So he goes to 8. And it is 7 to 8. So Zaken has a 1 point. We have a real chance at an extra end here on sheet C. Mark would like to be up 2.
See,
but
I'm looking. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm looking at comments now. And Mike Hope said, "Gents, if this is why, if prior red may have favored putting it into the full 8-foot undercover if it's curling that much, but it's not curling that much, so."
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of curl to work with. Okay,
And
let's
again,
go
never
over
mind.
here.
Was the next comment. I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess he had tried that, and that's not what
Yeah.
happened.
Okay, so over on sheet
Then I
B,
see he should have drawn the 4-foot. Again, not sure which match they were talking about.
looks like Andy is just calling for the. Not Andy. I'm sorry, Mooney.
But I will keep on looking here at the comments to try to
Mooney's throwing a takeout, but he's gonna miss actually.
keep up with those as well.
So I think that Andy will probably try to promote his yellow in. I think that's the easiest shot given the ice we have. All right, and we'll.
Again, when the ice is not curling all that
Yeah,
much,
it's a lot of bumps,
a lot of
run
taps
backs.
and
taps.
takeouts,
Mm-hmm.
depending on which side of the
Ice
scoreboard you're on.
is decent speed. It's not, it's not
No,
real
it's
slow.
not. It's not
but it's
bad
just-
with the speed.
no,
It's
speed's
just
good. It's just some lines are not curling. The inside-out lines, away from the center line, were curling quite a bit.
Oh, they're curling fine.
Yeah.
Maybe too
So,
much, but
that's right.
the outside in.
And the ice
be
crew will take
something.
all the comments from the players this weekend and from people, and we can fill them in, and they'll, do another scrape.
Yep. Oh, well, and again,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all
Yeah.
I mean, we
It's-
had
you-
just
When I first started curling, I'm like, you just freeze it and it's flat, right? Well, no.
nope, it's not.
That's just not true.
I
It's,
mean, we had
it's quite a science with art thrown in on top of it.
it's much different. I
Yeah.
played, well, what was it, 2 weeks ago now, and it's much different than it was then.
Yeah, well, we did a flood.
We did
we
a
flooded
flood,
and we did multiple scrapes. So
multiple scrapes,
it's basically brand new
frigid
ice.
weather. I mean,
That's right. And the outside weather can actually affect, because it affects the currents on the ice room. You get, swirling currents inside the room.
going from 40 degrees to
down to 10.
negative 10 with the wind chill can have a
Yeah.
little bit of effect on the ice.
All right, so we got a little tap back going on here on sheet B. Let's take a look at the sheet B from the overhead, far B. And you can see that right now yellow's counting 3. So Andy's mounting a comeback of his own.
They're sweeping. That's got to be
Okay.
for
That's
weight.
on sheet C.
On C.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, on C.
Yeah, on sheet C.
And
I'm
they got
not
their
looking at
split,
it.
and it's perfectly behind that guard.
So what
Zaken wants to go right down
we're
to
talking
it.
about here?
What do we got on B? I'm
Sean
sorry.
was talking about. So they
I'm
drew
sorry,
the
I was
yellow.
talking about C.
Yeah, here's C. Zaken's calling to come down to the stone they just threw, which is in the 8-foot.
But
He
back
wants to
on-
come down and sit on it.
Back on B, what do we got?
Back on B, far B, right here.
Not going to make it over the hog.
Uh-oh. Wow. Oops. Sometimes you go for those high guards and you just don't give it enough. It's a hard shot, actually. It's something that people discount, the quality, the
So
ability to make it.
with
Okay.
mm,
What just happened to Mark Stone? It's like it
yeah,
took off on him.
if
I think it hit
Hancock had made that shot,
Yeah.
they'd be sitting pretty well.
something. Yeah.
Definitely would have had a run back on with red. Now he's going to try to just hit that second shot yellow.
Yeah, so Mark tried to come down and sit on the yellow over here on sheet C, but it over curled. And so yellow is counting 1, Mark is 2, and he's kind of guarded. So we'll watch the shot here. Yellow's going to try to come down and put one underneath the front guard. They like it. Now,
But I think they're waiting for it to curl.
right, it may be a little toasty.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to come at least to the T line. Oh, it's digging in now.
All right,
Oh, this
Mooney
is
with
actually
his
a nice-
first shot,
Okay. Far B.
going for that hit.
So he's looking to get
And
rid of at
roll
least
in.
one of the Yellowstones and preferably hit and roll off the Yellowstone and either be counting or making it very hard for Andy to get more than one. He's
Gonna hit too much
he's
ahead.
gonna just hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this it? No, this is not.
No,
the
no,
hammer.
no, no.
Not yet.
This
Okay.
is.
So he just wants to.
Andrew's
He just wants to hit and roll.
Yep. I would hit
Yeah.
and roll here
Hit and roll.
to the center.
Okay, Mark Zaken is running out to help sweep. So
oh
let's
yeah, they
check
need to
out
go
what's
because they
going
need to go
on.
for they need to go.
And,
Keep going.
Oh yeah, he's gonna bounce off his own. Oops.
Yep.
Darn it. I'm sorry.
Which
I
is
didn't
fine.
get there's the shot.
That is fine.
Okay. So you can see Mark bounced off his own stone and slid over to the yellow. So yellow is counting 1 right now, but red is frozen on it. So
It's
that's
very
not
dangerous.
bad. Let's see here. It's Mark is up by 1. Mark needs to steal to win, and yellow needs to get 1
To tie.
to win, to tie, or 2 for the win. Now yellow has the hammer, so we do have a real chance at a tie here, which would be an extra in for this tournament. Okay, let's go back over to sheet B. This is a big
What
shot
is he
here.
calling here? He's calling the hit.
Yeah, I think he's calling the hit.
Okay, so he wants to get. He doesn't mind getting
He's,
any of his
he's
own at this
losing
point.
his own stone, but he's setting up the next shot.
Yep. Which
That's
is
what he's doing.
which is
Yeah.
sometimes skips lose
yeah.
perspective on that. It's
Yeah.
not about what you have right now. It's about what
Right.
you can get later.
How it finishes up.
Yep.
Okay, over on sheet B, they're throwing it. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why they didn't just go
Andrews,
for the takeout.
mm,
What do you think?
I don't know what the shot call was there, but he
Yeah.
was very
Way
light,
light,
and very.
way
I mean, if
light.
he was, even if he was
I will
wide,
tell you. I'll tell
he
you
was
what,
very
though.
light.
He has loaded a gun to get rid of the red.
And,
You
well, he
know.
hasn't gotten rid of the red.
No, what I'm saying is his last shot. He can take the yellow into the red.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the situation, if it's no better for red.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go watch Mark Zaken here near C, and you'll see Zaken is trying to figure out what to do.
Well, he doesn't have to score. He just has to prevent them from
Right,
scoring.
right.
So he's gonna guard that shot
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah, so they threw down and just scattered them around a little bit, but left Mark counting. So Mark is going to probably throw the guard.
Looks like
Although
it's heavy.
Ellie threw a little bit hot. It's coming in toasty. He may want to sweep this by if it's going to curl too much. Oh, that's
It's gonna be
unfortunate for
plenty
him.
by.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to make sure, yeah, it's by.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate
not good.
miss there. Because now they're going to, it's a
Not
wide open.
good.
Uh-oh. We get the skip head shake. The woe is me look that anybody who's ever skipped knows well.
How can you throw it how can you throw it deep when you know we need a guard?
Yes,
Yeah.
my kingdom for a guard.
Yep.
Okay, so Rimkus's open hit is on its way. We'll just leave it in this view.
Graphic dudesman. I don't know what that means, Mikey Hope.
All right, so it looks like they're going to get the... Oh, it curled a bit.
They are
got it.
still counting
2.
3.
Let's see. Let's take a
3.
quick look from the
They're
overhead
counting
view.
3.
They are counting 3.
So
Boy.
they're coming down 2.
But Mark has 3 stones left, and he just needs to force the 1.
Yep.
He can come sit on this. He can come sit on the 1 in the 8 foot.
He is-
That's what the call is.
Yep, he is committed
Okay.
to.
Oh, is this the hammer, or
that
it's the
is
second to
not
last
gonna
the hammer
be
on
good
B?
enough.
Is this light? No, it might be.
It's gonna curl too much.
Okay, they're sweeping hard. They just
They
bump
need
it.
to go.
They're okay.
Go.
Oh
They
my.
need to go.
Yeah, go, 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 go.
I mean, they're gonna be sitting second, but
Boom. Yeah, that's actually not bad because it's behind the guard. But you know,
it's
if
on
they
the
score
other side
2,
of the
though,
guard. I mean,
That's
with
right.
the way the ice has been, that's
that's
just
a
as
pretty
good
well
as
protected.
Being,
yes,
that's just
yeah.
as good as being behind the guard.
And it's also kind of corner players on that yellow. Okay,
Right, so
now
he's
we're
on
gonna
the
go
other
back
side.
over to B because we
Which I don't know. I mean, you go to the other side, you're sitting 1-2. I'm still going on top of that yellow one.
got. Okay, so
I mean, I'm still going on top of your yellow if you go to the other side.
what do you think on B here? I mean, does Andy just go for his 1? But
B? Oh.
how many is Andy behind? What's the score?
Andy is behind 2, I think. I can't see the score right now.
And then we don't have a scorecard on the.
I think he's
Oh.
behind 2.
I just realized that it's actually in the 8th
And
end
he's yellow.
over here. So I
He's
apologize
sitting 1. I
to
mean,
anybody
he's gotta
who
go for
believed my
2.
8.
He's got to draw. Yeah, he's drawing for his 2. It's a difficult 2. You're telestrating 7th end. He's
Well,
down 3 on B. Oh, he's down 3 on B. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you guys. But he's only gonna get 1,
wait.
so he's gonna be down 2.
All right, so it is going to be 6-4, but Red will have the hammer up too. So Andy's in a tough situation. Oh, this shot coming in is too hot.
Ouch! Way too
Oops,
hot.
way too
So-
hot. We're gonna switch over real quick to this.
So
You can
Zaken's
see
gonna
it.
have.
So this is going to
a
go right
nice-
through the house. Zaken's going to easily sweep it out. Wow. So
He's
that
gonna
was
have
an
a
interesting
nice-
turnaround.
I mean, he could just
He could
even
just
pop
come and
that
sit
out.
on it or pop it out and be counting too. So all of a sudden, Zaken could be back in the driver's seat here. But remember, yellow does have the hammer, so all he needs is an open draw for the win,
Yep. And which he still has.
which he still has. In fact, Mark has to give it to him because he has to get rid of this yellow. So he can't block the open draw, but he's... Let's
Yes.
see here. This is Mark's last shot, right?
I mean, I see for some reason I see 2.
Oh no, this is Mark's first shot.
Yep.
This is Mark's first shot. So he'll have one more stone to make
But
it harder
still,
for that.
you got to get rid of that yellow.
But he's got to get
First
rid of the
priority.
yellow. It's open enough. It's a pretty straight shot. He wants to hit this and maybe roll over a little bit, but the hit's what matters.
So we need a steal of 2 on situation on B.
Yeah, for the tie, and a steal of and a score of 1
Score
for the
of
tie.
1 with the hammer, which is a lot easier.
Marcus! Oh, he overthrew it.
They're hoping.
Oh,
It's coming.
no.
It's coming.
Is he
going
gonna
to
get the peel?
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, no! Oh, jeez.
Ooh, disaster.
Yeah, and yeah.
Hmm.
Well, two missed opportunities, but both skips there. Showing the pressure a little bit, maybe. It's
Well,
last
I mean-
in, big shots, and sometimes you just miss.
The problem now is that even
Yeah.
if you
So Rimkus can guard his counter and make it really hard for Mark to keep him from scoring at least 1. In fact, he could set up a possible 2 and win the game.
the
All right.
problem with going to this side and not splitting the house here.
I like splitting the house myself.
Splitting the house. I mean, you're giving Mark the opportunity to sit on your back one to.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on where
But
your
then
other
you've
one.
still got to open draw
Well,
for
it
at least a tie.
Depends on where. Yeah, depends
Yeah.
on where your other one is for the 2.
They took a look at hitting the red out, but
Um,
that wouldn't work. It would hit the yellow and go
no.
into the other yellow.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to kind
Too
of
much
draw
risk on that.
underneath the guard and protect their.
The other problem with, I mean, if you go to this side, I mean, it looks like they're going to the opposite side to split. If you'd gone to his first shot and gone to that side, you could leave him the double.
Yes,
Which would,
if you overthrow it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the split is the right shot.
I believe so. I think that makes it the hardest.
Now, it's got to be a good split.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't
if
leave it
he's-
too high that leaves the double.
If he's
Because Mark will pounce on the in-off double.
the problem is if you're just inside the 8-foot on that outside red, Mark can just come in and sit
Well,
on that.
and if Mark is still counting 2, he'll just take the other one out.
Oh yes, definitely that.
Yeah. So they've got to
But
get
even
this.
even if yellow's sitting 1 and 2, but that yellow is way outside on that 8-foot,
Yeah.
he's coming in sitting on that yellow.
Yeah. All right. The shot is away. All right. Definitely another huge shot in this game. The sweepers are on it pretty hard early.
Yep, they're
They think it's a little
They think it's
bit
a little
light.
light.
Now we got all 3 of them out there.
well, now they're
Everybody.
stopping.
Now they're off. It actually may be a little hot.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, a little oversweep. Ellie gives it a little light. Oh, I think boy, the in-off double is there.
Yeah, well, there's your
Yeah.
there's your
Yep,
dilemma.
and Mark immediately calls for the in-off double.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Yeah. And if he gets rid of 1 and he rolls enough, he could still
obviously
possibly
you
force a
have
tie.
Obviously, you have to leave
Yeah.
yourself the opportunity to win.
Right.
To
If he hits
you
this
have
and,
to,
and leaves
you
it
have to
leaves
hit
it
and
open,
stay
right? But you really want to
as
get
the
you
shot
want to
rock.
you really want to come across and be in front of that yellow.
But yeah, you have to. Yeah, you
The
have
perfect
to,
shot here is to hit the yellow that the broom is close to, near the center line, so closer to the center line,
and then
then go over and
right
hit
next
and
to
take
that
out the
yellow.
other,
Yes.
and either sit on the other yellow or take the other yellow out. Now Mark, and those are both good shots. Or if he simply takes the yellow out and slides over to his left and sits in front of the yellow, that also
Gotta
works.
go. You gotta
They're
go.
hammering it hard early, so they think he's narrow.
Yeah, he is.
Oh boy, so he's going to get the takeout probably, but he's not going to be buried. So unfortunately,
He's gonna have an
He's-
open hit
open hit for 2.
for 2 to win the game.
Yep. So Rimkus has an open hit for 2 to win the game, which is what Sean just said. Now, the reality is you can miss.
Yep.
Yeah. He's got to make the shot. And it
As a
seems
skip though, you
it's-
always
this looks very simple
You can never
from the
when you're
warm room.
calling a shot,
Everybody in the warm room knows they can make this shot
when
because
you're
they're
a
in the
skip,
warm room.
You never assume that they're gonna miss a shot. You have to assume they're gonna
That's
make
right.
a shot, so you have to make it as difficult as possible. So
Yeah.
leaving them an open hit, you have to assume I'm not gonna assume I'm
yeah.
gonna lose this game.
What Mark has to do, and which will be Ellie, might be Mark, would just be ready to sweep this to make his shot be counting number 2, his redstone. So they've got to be on the
looks like
nose.
it's gonna be good.
All right, sweepers are on it. They're sweeping to hold the line. All you got to do is hit the nose. It's a little bit light,
Nope, they got it.
but they're right on the nose, and it is over.
Yep.
All right, so Rimkus wins.
Rimkus wins. 2 yellow.
9-8. So we'll update the scoreboard. Yellow score goes to 9, so that everybody can see that. And that's it for Sheet C.
Good
Zaken
game.
versus Rimkus. A very good
Very
game,
good
back
game.
and forth. Both
Yes.
teams got some big ends. Both teams made some great shots, but also had some moments of weakness. And you know, any game that goes down to the last shot is a good game.
Yes, it is.
Mark will be ruining a few of the shots, ruminating.
But that's
But
the
you know
way
what?
it goes,
Rimkus
right?
Rimkus will be ruminating a few also. He
Yes,
could have
he
put this
will.
game away easily and did not. So we're going to go back over to sheet B, and we'll watch this game as it plays out. Andy
got-
has to score 2, and right now he's
Without-
counting 2,
But he does not have the hammer.
but he does not have the hammer, so he's in a danger. Okay.
And these are open hits right now.
Yeah. So Mooney will go to just take the 2 yellow stones out with a straightforward ticket. Over on sheet C, they're going to be playing their nutmeg knockout, which is for taking care of ties in the tournament. We're playing an interesting format this
So
tournament.
we'll keep an eye on that as well.
Yeah, so we'll see how they do. We'll give you an update on their scoring.
Looks like red is a little narrow on their shot,
Yeah, they're sweeping very hard. So they're going to chip the front one out is what they're going to do.
but they're not going to get
Bonk.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, they got one. But, you know, they're taking control of the center there.
Yep.
And Andy has to score 2. So what I would do is come down and take that red out and just sit or slide underneath the guard.
Yeah, I think the best shot here, considering the situation and how they have to score 2 without the hammer here.
The corner freeze on the red.
You could corner freeze on the red.
Yeah,
If you decide that you are going to hit,
right.
you have to be on the inside of
Oh,
that.
absolutely. You have to. So you don't
So
take
what's
your own
your
stone
best
out.
opportunity? I mean, he's calling to do what I think I just said, but not with the weight
Yeah,
of
he's.
takeout.
I mean,
he's just
he's
bumping,
bumping
it
it
back to
back.
the back
Right.
of the house, which is smart play because it leaves him backers
backing.
to jam.
Right.
So they can, even if they get taken out a little bit, they can maybe
Okay.
stay
and
around.
here it comes, and this is not curling
It's
enough.
not
which
gonna
is
hit where they
dangerous.
want to, so
It's
hopefully
gonna
they do not
hit
take
the
their own
yellow.
out.
Yeah,
It
but
does
they're not going
take
to move.
their own out.
Okay.
I mean, it keeps them in the game.
Yeah. The
mean,
red
he's
is
gonna-
now
he's
counting
gonna-
1, I believe,
He's
but
gonna
yellow's
just
2 and
take-
3.
Yeah, he's gonna take his.
So they'll just take out the right yellow, I think,
Yep.
because all they got to do is minimize the scoring
Yep.
for Andy. Okay, so we have our first lead shot for the nutmeg knockout
So
playoff, not playoff, but the ties.
again, it is a 1 point for the 12 foot, 2
So we'll
points
take a look at
for
this
the
here.
8 foot, 3
Right.
points for the 4 foot, and 5 points
For biting the button.
for the biting
Yeah,
the button.
biting the button. This shot is wide, but it's starting to curl, starting to dig in.
It
They're gonna
looks
get-
a little heavy.
Okay, we're going to count them off here. We got a 1, we got a 2,
we
we
got
got
a
a
3,
3, and
and
we
we're
got
gonna
a 3. Yes.
So
All
we got a
right, so that's
3.
3 points. Okay. Now we're going to go back over here to
And
sheet B.
I actually have a vested interest in this, as do you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this game?
Well, no, the nutmeg knockout.
Oh, yes, we
We
do.
all do.
And your score was a
10.
12? A 10. But we
10.
had a 13
We
in the
did have
last
a
game.
13.
We only had an 8. So we had 2 3s and 2 1s. My 3 was 2 inches short.
Well, my team scored 10,
yeah.
and then I scored 0. So
Oh. Okay, so we got 2 reds right now. Now, you know, there's actually an
oh,
sorry.
and we're gonna
Sorry,
be
I gotta.
biting. So it's a 3.
I missed it. Sorry.
So we have a 3 again on.
So 3, and they're tied up 3 to 3 in
3
the
to
nutmeg
3.
knockout. Let's go back over to our active sheet B.
which they're not competing against each other in this nutmeg knockout, but
Yeah, it's it's
you want to beat the other team because then you know you're ahead of them.
right, and it's for ties later on.
Yes.
And for ranking going in, we're doing a round robin now. Each team is playing 3 teams. There's pools of 4, or each team is playing 3 games.
In
And
their
there's
pools
of
of
4
teams.
Right. Sean has a win under his belt. Team Miller that I'm on has a loss. This is looking pretty good. Oh, I should be looking
This
at this
is looking
here.
good too. I'm
Really
not
good.
happy
There
about
comes-
these scores.
Yeah, and that's
It's
going to
another
be 3. It's another 3.
Another 3. That's 6 for
Yeah,
Team Rimkus.
Rimkus. All right, so here comes the, looks like, I don't know what they're calling here. I mean, they're going to take out the one that's on the button. The question is whether they can get a,
they
can
have
get
2
a,
shots left.
they could get a chip and take.
Oh.
The perfect shot chips the biting 4-foot stone out to the vice's left, and then bumps the other one out the back. Doesn't need to go, just needs to go back far enough to not be counting. Kind of. The other thing would be to sit in the pocket, but the broom is not. They're not showing that. They've got a broom for takeout.
Yeah, I mean, to try to score 2 with sitting on the one on the button
Yeah,
is
it's tough
really, really tough.
because of the one that's biting the 4-foot.
Yeah.
So, but if you chip the one biting the 4-foot and then sit, which I don't know what they're calling.
Carl's
almost
shot
like-
is looking like it's going through the house.
Okay, let's check out
So
Carl's.
they go from 3 to a 0.
Yeah, there goes Carl's shot out the back.
Yeah.
Oops.
Looked like my shot.
Yeah. Oops, and speaking of stones going out the back,
Oh,
Oh, man, Andy just flashed.
And I think that might be the end.
this is getting gloomy quickly for Andy because
Yeah,
he's got to
that's
score 2.
pretty much the end. I mean, it has to be perfect setup for them to get a
Okay, here's
triple, I guess?
Rimkus's third shot, I think. And this is way short. It's going to be a hog.
No, no.
It's not making. Oh, no, no,
It
no, no.
might
What do I know? Look at the
Yeah.
sweeping going on here. They're
It might make a
they're
1.
fighting for a 1. Gonna
no,
be yeah.
no one. So they are at 6.
All right, let's go back over to the game.
So the
that's
most
still
they
in
can
play.
get is 11 if the skip hits the button, which would beat my team, which is not what I'm
not
looking for.
So on sheet B, Mooney's he's got to be just putting the guard up here. He's counting 2.
Yeah, he's putting the guard up.
Yeah.
I mean, it leaves them.
He's in the driver's seat big time. Okay, over on sheet C, we got Zaken's third shot coming in, and
pretty
this.
much through the house too.
But they were sweeping it.
They
overswept this. They're gonna get a 2 out of it.
They're gonna get a
1 out of it.
this.
Oh, oops.
A 1.
What's he talking about?
Well, whatever. She just kicked it, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming they agreed it's a 1.
Yeah, it looked like a 1 from here.
Yeah. I mean, it was obvious.
Okay, let's go back over here to sheet. He's putting the
Well,
guard
this
up
is
here.
Gonna be too far
Oh,
over.
is this gonna curl too much? But
But it
actually,
might-
a little bit off the center line's fine. That's a good shot. It's a little bit hot. Ooh, interesting.
You know what?
If this tips this, you jam that straight back and you get rid of all 3 of them. The triple is there. The triple
you
is
have
there.
to get rid of all
Yes.
3, though.
Yes, you drive this. They drive
you
the
can't
one he's pointing
jam.
at. You straight back. It hits this, hits that, and scoots out to the left. And yellow is counting 3.
I'm gonna actually
Go look.
go over.
Oh yeah, the triple is there.
And look at this. That's a 2 again. That's a 2 for Rimkus. So he is at 8.
Is this the last shot for Andy?
6, 7, 8. So Rimkus is at 8 for his
Yeah.
complete. Oh, I don't know. This is difficult here. I mean,
All right, Zaken's shot is on its way. He had a flash on the last one with his vice. So Zaken's got to put this on the button. Here comes Zaken's shot. They're coming off of it. It's curling. They've got a 1 for sure. They've got a 2 for sure. They
And that's
made.
it.
Oh, they came up. They were waiting for it to curl, so you got 2. All right, so huge shot here for Andy.
This is gonna be.
Granted, it's not an easy triple, but I think the triple is there.
I mean, this is gonna have to be to where he hits that
Well,
top
and
rock
the thing is,
on the
if
side.
he's not counting 2 after the shot, it's done, right?
Yes. I mean, but he
Yeah.
has to hit this shot to where it knocks off the top one, knocks off the
Just imagine the top stone going straight back. It chips
Straight
the
back.
the 4-foot biter to
Hit-
the
yep,
vice's
to the
left, comes
stone.
across the face, chips the other one out the back, and slides over to the left.
and it would have to
Well,
knock
here
it
it comes.
far back enough, but it does not have enough juice. There's no way it's gonna knock it enough.
Okay, there's
No-
boom,
no
boom,
way.
boom. So it's
No
what I
way,
called, but
yeah.
it didn't have the energy.
No way it had enough juice.
No, I mean it had to be a rocket.
I think it had the right angle.
The line was fine, but it had to be a rocket.
He would have had to hit that exact spot with
Okay, so I'm not for
probably-
sure why they're throwing this
with
stone.
probably 3 times.
Why are they throwing this stone?
I don't know.
They must think that the scoring matters because the game is
maybe,
over.
Maybe they feel they have to. Well, this
Yeah.
scoring. See, this scoring doesn't matter, so they don't have
no,
to hit.
they
this.
don't have to throw this
So
stone.
I don't know why they're doing
Yeah,
this.
it's a little unclear why they're throwing this because now.
I mean, I don't think there's any. They're sitting 1-2, so no.
Yeah, I want to run out there and say, don't throw it.
Yeah, but there's no shot of them losing this game on this
Right.
shot. So
Yeah.
it could be for the nutmeg knockout.
But
He'd be trying to draw the button to get a practice for the nutmeg
oh,
knockout.
that could be. You're right. And there's no danger, like you
There's
said,
no
really.
danger. Like I said, there's pretty much no shot of him not winning this game.
Yeah, so he's just. You're right.
So
I
he
think
knows
you're right.
he's got what he just threw. He just shot a 1,
Yeah.
a 2.
A 2.
So
A 1. A 2. A 1,
a
2,
1,
3,
a
4.
2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So they will now do their nutmeg knockouts. We'll hang around and see how they score.
Yes, we'll hang out for that.
All
But
right.
again, thank you for the people that hung around and watched
Yes.
the games with us.
Go see about the dashboard here. Just with more strength, it was there. I agree, Mike. It was definitely there.
Yes, it was. It was definitely
Yeah.
there. If
Hey, look at that. Mike said, I think Craig is right.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Well, if like I said,
Thank you, Mike.
If Hancock
Yeah.
had thrown that exact spot with
with a ton of weight.
2 times more weight than he threw,
Yes. Yeah.
he would have had it.
Well, I mean, it's what is it?
Because
40.
it did
it's
exactly
42
what it-
pound, 42 pounds of stone. He was moving
you can do the math.
120 a lot.
The professor
Yes.
can do the math. He had to throw it harder.
126 pounds.
He had to throw it harder.
He had to throw it harder. Exactly. 126 pounds. Hey, you went to Fairfield U, didn't you?
I did, but I'm complete feel curler. I know the feel of what I'm doing. No, don't give me the times.
So, no
And the
times?
ratios.
Numbers?
No?
No,
Don't give
just
me the
like
times.
heavy, light, back house, front house.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is probably why I threw it through the
That's
house
okay. I got in
on
trouble
my
today
nutmeg knockout.
because I was going around the rock and reaching over it and doing directional sweeping, and Nada's not used to that. It's just, stop going in front of me. She's right.
But again, a lot of people are. I mean, to me, the time, knowing the times is good. I know relative times, but to tell me everybody's time, everybody throws different. No one throws.
No.
No one throws as consistent as they do on television. So
right. And so that's why it doesn't
if
work
you
as well.
throw a time on the television, they know what that time is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that time is. I mean, you throw a different rock than I throw.
Yeah.
If I pull back on my rock, if they
Well, and
throw
what it is,
their
so on Tuesday night
rocks
where we're
out,
playing together all the time, I know who's likely
know a little bit
to
more
pull
on the
back,
competitive.
who's likely to push, and so I know that a Jack Miller, 3.5 is not
Yes.
the same as a Dave Schultz 3.5.
Yes. And this is a nice shot. This could be a 5.
5. Yes, indeed.
Nice. A
First
5.
shot is 5, and the high fives all around, and they're on the board big time.
A 5 for Mooney.
Okay. Did I lose Tema? Or is she still in the kitchen? My wife.
Your wife? Yeah. Your wife is still there.
She's still there. Okay.
Not happy, but she's still not.
We have a lot of volunteers who come out for these bonspiels. And
Is my wife still there?
yeah. I can hear you, Sean. You
Whoops.
did not take the microphone off.
I
enough.
didn't cover the mic. Oh boy. The post game show.
All right, and we have another 5 in the making here. 2 beautiful back-to-back shots.
And is
And I
it a
think-
5?
Oh, it's close.
Oh, they're looking.
Up, here comes the judge. Where's Jack? Jack Miller, we need you.
Oh, they kicked it, so I don't know.
All right, they made their decision.
It was a 5.
A 5. Back-to-back 5s on sheet B. That's nice shooting. Good game. A few missed shots.
Always the way it goes.
Yep. Well, you know, it was funny because both teams made some great shots and both teams missed some big shots too. Yeah.
All right.
All right, a 3 on that one.
3 on this one.
Yeah.
So we got an 8.
8 and 5
So far,
right now.
4.
Well, thank you for providing us for
8 for
high
Mooney so far.
entertainment. It's an entertaining, if frustrating, game.
Robbie gave you entertainment.
Which is
They are
to-
going hard on Corelli's shot
It's-
right away.
Could be full of nutmeg teams. Okay, they're sweeping hard, but it's coming in. I think they
Hard
got
on Corelli's shot.
it. Careful, guys.
No, they're good.
Yep, looking good. 1, 2, 3.
3 and 3.
Ooh, I don't know.
So we got 2 8s.
Yep, 2 8s. It was about an inch outside.
That's
of
definitely
the button.
definitely a 3.
Yeah. Good sweeping. Tied
So
up
we got-
8-8 in the nutmeg knockout again.
got
This is
2
to
8s.
determine for
Not
ties
boding
later
well
on.
for my team on
Yeah.
tiebreakers here now.
You can have it.
Although one team lost and one team won on this sheet, so
Yeah.
I just
It's only
keep
the
on
team.
winning.
It's only the team that won you really have to worry about.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
At this
really.
point. I
Yes.
mean, I gotta assume I'm gonna keep on winning, right?
Yes, of course. Why would you assume anything else?
Exactly. Which is the team that is throwing right now. So,
That looks a little hot.
it does look a little hot.
So we're going to count it down here. We got a 1. We got
No,
a 2.
it's not.
We got a 3. We got a 5. We got a 3.
They got
and we got
a 3,
Oh, that's
which
stopping
they
time.
are-
It's close. It's close.
Oh, it's close?
Yeah, it's
oh,
very
yeah,
close.
that's a 3. That's a 3.
Okay, they're kicking it. so
Which
they
is
believe it.
11. So,
Look and see what Jack writes down.
not good for me. Not
Yeah.
good for me. The team that scored 13, that is in lead, lost their first game. So,
Uh-huh.
so,
The satellite curling has got troubles.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, there it comes back.
There's a pair of blue glasses there. Are they yours too? I'm like, yeah.
Ellie Bockley is well on her way to another pair of mittens, looks like.
No socks.
Socks.
Come on. How long have you known me?
Well, they could be
These two
mittens.
teams are throwing extremely well.
Oh, look at that. Another 3 or a 5?
That is another 11.
That's close. Yep. That's a 3.
Wow.
Wow, everything in the dark paint. It could be mittens.
They could be at this
At the
point.
moment,
Yes.
Yes,
You're
that's
correct.
right. Ellie Buckley is happily knitting away.
Uh-oh, he's drinking the same thing? We all are.
Okay, shots are coming out. Sheet C group has moved on to broom stacking, which is usually much more fun than actually curling, and usually involves ethanol. Okay, here comes another shot on the nutmeg knockout on sheet B. They're sweeping
Which is
really
looking
hard,
good.
but it also looks quite good. It's going to be a 1 for sure. Here, it's a 2, it's
There's
a 3, and
and
it is a... Oh!
3.
I don't know.
believe that's a 3.
I don't know. This is close. This might make a judgment. Jack might have to come out and look at this one. That's 3 in a row that have
No,
just
he
been
already scored
inch
it a
short.
3. So that's
Okay.
a 13.
Yeah.
So he
Some
is
nice-
tied for the lead.
Yeah.
Probably more, you get more commentary probably on this sheet.
So if he threes this, are we all tied up? If he puts a 3 on this one?
That's a 13 again. Yeah.
But if he puts a 5 spot on it, he puts it on the button.
Go to YouTube and look for Nutmeg Curling Club.
Twitch, my team at the very risk of, even if we go 3-0, we could not make the playoffs. The first
Yeah.
event, I mean.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Because there's a lot of high scores by the winning teams. So are you telling me that you're rooting for a... Well, this doesn't matter because they lost. The shot here.
I mean, yes.
Well, most likely.
But even one of the teams with 13 lost a game.
Yeah. Oh, they're
So-
sweeping harder. They're sweeping hard early.
So,
So,
technically,
Andy's
if I
team-
win out, I can be in the first event.
Yes. So they're sweeping really hard on this early.
I make socks with a pound.
And I think they need to pound all the
Yeah,
way.
because he's not making it.
He's
he
only
might get
going
a
to
1.
get 1. But yeah, this
Maybe.
is coming up short.
Maybe.
Oh. All right, so that's our first poor shot of the. So 8 shots thrown and only 1 of them did not score. That's pretty impressive, actually.
One of them did not score only one of them did not score a 3.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, 8 total stones, right? 8 stones thrown and only 1 didn't score. Okay, that wraps it up for the last draw of the first day of the Nutmeg Golden Handle. And we are going to sign off.
Yes, and maybe I don't know who is coming to do an 8 a.m. nutmeg. What is it?